The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Anonymously Loud. Hey, how you doing, Anonymously Loud? How you feeling?
Y'all, it's your boy Levels, and I'm back with another episode of Anonymously Loud Podcast. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Levels, back in the building with another episode of Anonymously Loud, and y'all already know it is season 3, and I got some very special guests, so without further ado, I want to introduce my clique, my team. Coming up first is my boy Ravi. Go ahead and tell the people about yourself.
What is going on? My name is Ravioli. Y'all can catch me on Instagram as Ravioli Rich. Man, I am a Bumble and Bella ambassador. Y'all go ahead and follow the guy.
MMG, go ahead, show love real quick. And my second guest, very special guest, my favorite author in the whole wide world. Go ahead, Miss Audrey, tell the people about yourself.
This is how you make an introduction, Ravi, before I even get started.
I'm glad you like it.
I love it. Hi, everybody. My name is Audrey Nicole. I am an author, actress, and model here in the QC. My book is called Broken Through a Shattered Glass, and I'm here to shake some things up with you guys tonight.
Hey, we excited and we ready. And last but not least, the most beautiful and talented Miss Janae herself. Go ahead and tell the people about your motherfucking self.
Hey, what's up? This is Janae the Egyptian Goddess. I am a model. I am a recording artist. I'm an MC. I wear many hats, y'all, and I am here. I'm ready to shake the table, honey.
Let's go. Let's go.
Shout out. And I want to say thank you to all three of y'all. Y'all been showing me so much love over these last weeks. Like, seriously, y'all. Like, I hit them up, was like, yo, I need y'all. And they was like, yo, just give me a time of the day. I'm there. And as y'all see, they here as promised. And we got a very special motherfucking show for y'all tonight. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump in. So I just was looking on my phone and I see that your boy Jussie Smollett has been found guilty on his charges as far as faking a hate crime. What's y'all thoughts on that? Me personally, I don't really give a damn because I don't care about celebrities. And I kind of feel like with everything going on in the gay community, he was kind of wrong for setting that tone for us. So, I mean, what's y'all thoughts?
Let me chime in really quick on that. If you guys didn't tune in to TMZ, I was live on TMZ and I spoke on Jussie Smollett's behalf, mentioning, I wasn't there. I don't know exactly what happened. We only know the story that he gave us, but I made America take the time to think, because what happened was we seen all the Black men start to take his defense, and that was a beautiful thing. We seen all of America take a stance like, this is not right, and this is a Black man, and this shouldn't, this man needs justice. But think about if this just was a gay issue, if we would have still had all of that, if we still would have had all of, the Stevie Wonders and the Kevin Harts and everybody, like would all of them still make the same impact if it was just a gay issue? Because I felt like once it became, they tried to put a noose around my neck, and they called me the N-word, and it became a Black issue, and then that's when we start to get heterosexual people involved, like, oh my gosh, this happened, he just so happened to be gay too. So I feel that we need to start treating people how they should be treated, regardless of sexual orientation, regardless of their skin color, whatnot. Far as him coming out and then finding out the whole thing about the, the allegations and him being guilty, I feel like it's still some justice that needs to be, I feel like it's still some things that we still don't know about.
But they release photos. He was just in the club with them people. They turning up. They were sniffing cocaine, doing all type of shit. So all of that had to come out in court when he took the stand. So it's kind of like it's black and white now.
But I feel like all of those could be like allocated though. Like stuff can be fabricated, just for the media purposes only. Anybody could video. We got so much technology down these days. Like you just never know what is real and what is fake.
So what y'all think the motive was for him to make that up? Like if he sit there and made it up and had people come and beat him up.
He felt like he wasn't getting enough status as far as being a celebrity. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think he was getting enough status being on Empire, the number one show of
it might
universe?
Have been, but everybody wasn't paying attention to him. They were more paying attention to the other guy. I can't remember his name. The other son. What is
no,
his name?
he was the main person. He was one of the main characters. He was the main singer. He got all like every scene he was in. He had all the notoriety.
I'm saying like people really weren't like, if you really look back, as far as when the show started, they were really more focused in on the younger guy because he was cute. The gays ran to him more. He had his shirt off. He was doing a lot on Instagram. So they were doing more as far as like people really following him, fucking with him. Even though Smollett, he was doing what he was doing, he was great in the show. But you know what I'm saying? Folks really wasn't fucking with him. It's him being a gay character.
I think him on Empire, he had a huge role on Empire. Like it's almost like the show was damn near built around him type shit.
It was his show.
Yeah.
it was him and Cookie. It was him and Cookie.
I felt like it was Cookie's show.
But what I will say,
I mean, it was Taraji, but after Taraji, it was Jussie. Like, cause Jussie was doing all the songs, he was doing everything.
Yeah, I would have to say that was Jussie's show for sure. But I will say I think the ratings had it started going down. So I don't know exactly why he did that. That's what I'm confused about. Like, why would you come up with such a huge lie? And the only reason I'm saying it's a lie, well, let me use the word allegedly. But I can't really say alleged because he just took the stand and everything is, court documented. And, when you go on that stand, you got to put your hand on the Bible. And he said these things and then they had all the evidence. Like he made it seem like he didn't know those guys. I never seen them a day in my life. Who the fuck is these people? Blah, blah, blah. But that wasn't the truth. I see you too,
All I can do is sip my tea and pray, At the end of the day, go ahead.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, because I'm just saying like that kind of, tremendously affect our community. When you have someone of that caliber allegedly had this assault. Again, at the end of the day, I do feel for the guy because, being someone that had went through that in my personal experience, that mentally can take a toll on you. So, we don't know, again, at the end of the day, what really happened. Only people that's gonna know what happened is him, the people, and Jesus. Okay, all we can do is, hope and pray that this wasn't for clout.
That's what I was praying for.
All we can do is just.
It's screaming clout to me.
But let me play devil's advocate. Even if this was a stunt, even if this was for clout, did it serve a purpose? I feel that we got the men to understand that even though you're gay, you can still go through Black issues. Even in the gay community, you still have racial issues. It made everybody, oh, okay, y'all go through this too. So I feel that even though maybe he done a disservice, allegedly, if this were not the truth, if he was being dishonest, I feel that there was still some type of purpose in there somewhere.
Good or bad, you're right.
And then on top of that, for him to have a noose, and then you said a black man, like two black men put a noose around another black man's neck. I think if you really wanted to take it far, you at least should have used a white man at least.
Well, they thought it was white. They thought it was
They
white
did.
before. They thought it was white men because of how they was clothed and how they was, they wasn't,
Yeah.
they thought they were white, but then later revealed what happened is that they were two black, I believe, African men.
They got the
See,
camera from a hotel, didn't they?
see,
Walking
Jesse, how
past the
you gonna
hotel,
use
or
two black men? How you gonna throw? And the black man was riding with you, just like Jeanne just said. The black man was riding with you, and then you gonna come out and say it was black man. See, Jesse, no.
Would you be?
It's the
Would
sound
that be a
effects for me.
surprise though for you if it was black?
You say,
Would it
huh?
be a surprise? I said, would it be a surprise for you if it was black? I mean, let's
Okay,
be honest.
not come on now.
Let's be
Come
honest.
on.
I said, let's be honest, because there's a lot of undercover stuff that happens within our own community that we brush under the rug.
It
So
is.
for the public, would it be a shocker though? Because I wouldn't be surprised. I honestly at that point, regardless of race, I wouldn't be
when
surprised.
he
It's a
said it
man.
was a when he said it was a hate crime, and they said that they were black, I was like, oh yeah, it got to be true. You couldn't tell me that it wasn't true. You know what I'm saying? I was in his corner. I had his back. I'm rooting for him. Like, yo, that's fucked up. Like,
Right, because even if even if this was a lie, it still shows some type of awareness that trans people are getting murdered by black men, gay men are getting jumped and beat up by men as well that
Mm-hmm.
are black. So it's like it still showed a light on, okay, maybe he lied, but this is true. This happens every day. People get monkey stumped and beat and bruised. Every day, just by living in your truth. So, okay, with the backhand, bitch. Ooh, can I cuss on here?
Go
Child?
ahead, do your thing.
I'm getting ghetto, but like it shows awareness that this happens, and not to change the subject, but when we talk about trans issues, these are not by white men or not so much by the cops, but these are black men that are harming trans women. These are black men that acting like they don't know,
Yeah.
and because they're using their privilege on their heterosexuality. Oh well, she should have told me something. So it all boils down to, like, one of the topics that I wanted to talk about is disclosure, the power of disclosure. When is it important to let them know? What you think, baby girl?
Oh yes, boo. To piggyback on that
Go
and to
ahead.
kind of wrap up the Jussie Smollett question and the comment, the girls Ree, I hope I'm saying it correctly. She was like, "So what was the purpose of him lying?" I said, "Honey, these white police officers, these white men lie all the time, obviously, as we can see, and not to be
It ain't
disrespectful.
no different than Kim Kardashian riding dick ass.
That is true. That is true. Again, it was very distasteful if the poor man lied. Okay, it was very distasteful. However, I mean, if we look at this whole scheme of things on how he tried to play out his motive with this whole allegedly being, jumped and beat up and everything, I could see where he was going with it. Like I said, I was personally rooting for him, personally.
Mm-hmm.
I was with it. I was in tune. I still kind of like shunned away from it at the end of the day personally because I'm like, okay, what is y'all, y'all deal with that? Y'all gonna catch the guys? Why y'all take so long? But that's just me. Okay. To answer my sister's question about the disclosure, I actually had a personal experience here like 2 days ago where a guy approached me at the gas station. And me being who I am, I had told my mother about it. She was like, "So you didn't tell him?" And I was like, "Excuse me? Why?" Hey, mom, but why? Like, I don't see the purpose. If I'm not dating you or pursuing you to get to know you, or if you're my man, I don't feel there's a need to put my life in danger because you think I'm attractive. Thank you for the compliment, but I don't owe you nothing. Period.
Okay. Let me ask you this question because that is very important what you said, like you putting your life in danger. So if
Yes.
someone approaches you,
Yes.
whether they know or not, or whatever is going on,
Yeah.
you still feel like if you're just like you said, you was at the gas station and the guy like, "What's up?" Da 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 da. We know how niggas is, and you don't off the bat just say, well, this is what really what's going on. Bye.
No,
Let me explain something to you. What happens is trans women do not have the privilege to disclose in public.
Amen.
Black men have more privilege being a male and hiding his sexuality to his baby mama. Ooh, y'all don't like that. So what happens is I can't disclose out in public with the man because I don't know how this man is going to react after he just expressed himself and been vulnerable and, oh, you're beautiful and you're a black queen and I want to get to know you and chase me around the grocery store, child, just to let him know that I'm a trans woman. A lot of men don't know how to handle that when they feel that their manhood is being tampered with, or they feel tried, or they feel like they feel like they have the audacity to demand your disclosure up front because I need to know, right? But at the same time, you don't want to tell your baby mama, your sister, your wife that you are trans attracted. So if I have to disclose up front, you need to tell your baby mama, just like you need a choice, your baby mama need a choice, and your wife need a choice of how when you sharing your body with somebody, they need to know. So when we go back to trans women, we don't have the privilege to disclose because it's not safe. The reason why we have to perform in front of men and we have get into safe spaces because Black men are at the hands of guns and knives when it comes down to
Where's your sound? She was getting deep in that thing.
Hello.
She was getting deep in that thing. I was really enjoying it.
I had to get my church fan just a moment. Hello.
Ready.
But I mean, it's completely true. Like like Black communities really just don't understand the gist of being a Black trans woman in America, like at all. They really don't know what we have to go through, and then to have to put our livelihood on the line just for their comfort and satisfaction. No, ma'am. No, not at all. It's not fair for us because they have the options. We don't.
Why do y'all feel like you're such a target though?
Because they feel like that their masculinity is being questioned. Ask the men, honey. We don't know. We just live in our truth. And if they can't live in their truth, it's our fault. That has nothing to do with us because at the end of the day, we know who we are and we're solidified in our truth. Okay?
Yeah.
We can't help because you guys feel like that y'all ego or y'all masculinity is going to be questioned because of who you guys are attracted to. And let's go ahead and break some down some more for you guys. Okay?
Go ahead. I'm all ears, baby.
Okay. So people automatically categorize sexual orientation and gender identity.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start there.
Okay.
Why do y'all categorize the two as the same? You can't. Because gender identity is way different in an expression versus sexual orientation. Just because you identify as one gender doesn't necessarily entitle you to be attracted to the same exact sex. That doesn't make any complete sense. Okay, right. Your feelings and your likings for something because you are attracted to that person, regardless of what's in their pants. And people already overly sexualize things anyway, right? What does in between my pants have to do with my heart, my personality, my mind, how I care about myself? Why does what's in my pants have to do with you personally?
And it's like you guys are like, don't get me wrong, like you ladies are really taking over the world. Like I will definitely say that. Like I saw somebody had put up I think it was Kaya with her disrespectful ass. She was saying, I don't care about people being gay or whatnot, but
can y'all hear me? Am I back?
Yes, we can hear you, babe. She was saying, I don't care. Listen, live TV, you guys, live TV. But she was saying, like, she don't care about what people want to do. She was just saying, like, it's so many trans women. She was like, what's happening with the men? But it seems like you guys, excuse me, you ladies are attracting all of the motherfucking guys, to answer her question, because she feel like every gay want to be a trans woman. I'm like, no, that's not true. She was like,
Well,
so where's all the gay men?
the gag is niggas gonna like what they like regardless, despite of who ass or who pussy sitting on who
I
face.
said what I
No,
said.
nobody. Why do people really care? You know, the only thing is be honest who you are sleeping with. Just like I was saying earlier, be honest with the person you're sleeping with up front so they can have the choice. But at the end of the day, I feel that we're moving into a place of inclusive. Everybody is becoming more open with their sexuality. It's not just black and white, or I just like men, or I just like women. Everybody have their preference, but at the end of the day, I feel like we're moving to a space. So I think a lot of us, especially women, we have to get to a point that some men don't just like women. Some men like other women, some men like other men, you know, some men are pansexual, some men are bisexual, and we just have to understand that, because you know it's not like 1998 anymore, you know what I'm saying, where it's 2020.
Let me ask you this question, because the
And
word
everybody don't want to be a
pansexual,
trans woman.
right?
You are correct.
Because you know, I am who I am, but I don't want to be a trans woman. I like being a man. But I love my trans girls. I love y'all. Damn, what the fuck was my statement?
I
Brain
don't know,
fart.
but we definitely need Ravioli's standpoint, honey. I need to hear what
Right.
you
Let's see what you talking. How you feel, Rap?
So um I have gay friends, I have straight friends. Um I feel like certain things is not my business when it comes to other people's lives. Um with you know, I've had get-togethers, and I've had straight friends, and I had gay friends, and they asked me, is he a top? Is he a bottom? Is he straight? Is he? I don't know. That ain't my business. You know, my business is whoever I'm dealing with at that moment. You know what I'm saying? My
Right.
girl, whatever I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? That's my business. I feel like, you know, people get so worked up into everybody else's business and what you're doing sexually that, you know what I'm saying, folks are not really like taking the time no more to get to know that person that they're really dealing with. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Like, I don't give a fuck about, you know what I'm saying, your Instagram or your followers or your likes. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, folks is not even like dating no more. It's straight like, you come over my house, I like you, you vibe, we get high, you get high, we drink a little bit
Niggas
because
want to
you finna give me
fuck.
the right, and it gets
They
straight
want to
to that.
fuck.
You
And
better
it gets
go
straight
somewhere
to
and beat
that.
your meat.
They want to fuck.
And
Ain't
it's no
nobody got
more.
time. Listen, two grown people,
It's
when two grown people get together, it don't take all day to recognize
but you
what we
know,
want. You know,
and that comes back to fathers. It goes all the way back to fathers being in their kids' life. And even, you know what I'm saying, right now, instead of you making a baby because the nigga is cute, or making a baby because the bitch is cute, or, you know what I'm saying, not using protection, and just out here just, you know, wilding out, putting babies in bitches, and niggas putting babies in holes. But, you know what I'm saying, like, y'all are not taking the time out no more to get to know the person that you're putting a fucking baby in. That shit makes no sense. You just doing it because she's cute, or you had a good vibe with her, or the sex is great. Get to know that motherfucker, because she might be crazy as fuck.
I
Or
agree.
she might have, you know what I'm saying? It might be issues that you didn't know
People
about, that you find out about
people go off
a
looks
year.
and bodies and things of that nature, but the inside be all
You're not
fucked up
getting
and molded and
right.
decrepit and shit. I agree with you
Folks
on
are
that.
not folks are not healing no more when they're getting out of a relationship. You still need that time to be by yourself.
I
That
want to hop
time
on to the
to
next one.
no, that's not how it works though. That's not your mind tells you that's how you want it to work. You want something quick and fast.
My
We've gotten
mind's
to the
telling me no, but
we've
my
gotten to
but
the
body.
my
we
body.
we're in a world now where we want instant gratification. You know what I'm saying? So you find that person and that sex is great, they look good, automatic you're trying to put a baby in them, or they're trying to get you to put a baby on them, or and you're not getting to know that person, and now we're getting people that you don't like her or you have problems. My mama and daddy were together because my granddaddy and my grandma made them be together. Like, nigga, you made a motherfucking baby. Y'all finna get this shit together. Y'all out here fucking and acting stupid. So this is what the fuck is gonna happen. Ain't
Yeah,
no
but
abortion.
you know, like it's not like how it was back in the
It's
day.
not
Like
no
I don't feel
more.
like a lot of guys don't
It's
court
not.
anymore. A
They
lot of
don't.
guys, you know, a lot of guys feel that 50-50 is the thing. It's what happened to the men that used to provide and, you know, take care of the house. You know, a lot of
Yeah.
men are looking for women financially, you know, to be stable. You know, so I feel like roles are being shifted. Things are not as traditional as they used to be. So I just feel that, you know, you just gotta know who works for you and what works for you.
So even with you saying that, let me ask you this, and this question go for you and Audrey. So it's like, even as trans women, when you guys are in a
Uh-oh.
relationship, do you ladies know how to scale back and
What that mean?
like scale back as far as, because we all know, you know, what the gender once was. Now we know what it is. So it's like, have you let go of all that, you know, nigga, don't fuck with me. You know, I'm gonna be a lady. I'm gonna be have the nice posture. And yes, sir. And yes, daddy, I got you. Like, are we ladies?
I'm gonna let you go and then I go after girl.
Oh God. Oh
Okay,
God.
sis. Okay, so me personally, let's not even think about. Let's just go ahead and cut that out. Okay.
Okay.
Let's just talk about being an individual first.
Mhm.
So my mama always taught me to be independent, regardless if I was a boy, regardless if I was a girl, whatever. Sex, gender does not have anything to do with being independent, period. So I did have to learn how to scale back because I'm so headstrong. I'm so straightforward on wanting to get shit done that I did have to learn to not always take the lead. But it didn't have to
Yeah.
do with me being a woman. It's
Yeah.
just I'm naturally a leader.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just a natural leader. So having to follow a little bit is kind of hard for me. I feel like, my spirit is being broken. I'm not used to letting somebody else do for me or handle things for me. I'm used to doing shit for myself. I've always been that way since I
Right.
was a teenager. So, um, having to let the role be reversed in a sense of the stereotypical heterosexual normative of having ladies follow and the men lead. Honey, I ain't used to that. I ain't used to that at all. No, man. So it's a shocker at first, but
Yeah.
when my man wants to take the lead, by all means, take it, baby. But don't fuck up. Don't fuck up. Because I'm gonna be like, baby, like, I allow him to do what he needs to do. But if I'm the one that get shit done, I get shit done. So it's
So
Let me
you
say
just don't.
up
Yeah.
and
something.
down for me.
Gotcha.
When you're operating in as a man, when you are a man, when you are operating in your true masculinity, that causes me to be submissive, that causes me to be feminine, that causes me to be poised and dainty. When I'm around alpha men, men of valor, men that are not, that doesn't carry toxic masculinity.
Mhm.
So you don't have to question those feminine attributes of me. You know, what do you bring to the table? Bitch, I am the table. Okay. So when we're talking
Hello.
about trans women and what it comes down to being that,
Dream.
you have to understand that trans women don't only just fall under being a woman, you know, because
Mhm.
of misogyny and what comes with that, but also we are different type of women. So then we're at the lowest of the totem pole. So we almost have to kind of have a balance of, hi, how you doing? And nigga, I'll fuck you up if you play with me. So niggas will. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about men. Not all men, because there are good men in the world. There are good men that would do the things and treat you like a woman and everything, a queen. But there are men that will play on. They will have these sick demonic mind games, and they will play with you just because they feel like you need them and you are in the need. And
Mm.
because you are trans, I have authority over you because you want a man. You want a heterosexual type of man, and that's what I bring. So I feel
I
that niggas will play. Niggas
I
will play
totally
in your
agree with
face
that.
all the time. Niggas will lie to you. So it's like trans women have to be on the defense because of, once again, what's happening to them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta have a balance. But
Mhm.
you have to recognize when a man does approach us, or
Mhm.
when a man does operate in his true masculinity, that I'm automatically feminine. I'm automatically submissive. That's what brings
Mhm.
out of me personally.
Period. Submissive until proven otherwise. Hello.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Baby, that answer, I should have had that on record.
But
So I could just play that for everybody.
people feel like they have the unspoken expectation that trans women have to be hi. No, there are different type of women in the world. You have women that bulldaggers. You got
Mhm.
studs. You got feminine women. You got tomboy women.
Mhm.
There's different type of women, but we don't question their femininity. We don't question their womanhood. But when it comes down to trans
Yeah.
women, we all have to have nails. We gotta have lashes. We gotta have titties. We gotta got a pussy. We
Because
gotta,
if you,
we gotta do all of this. And guess what? I am here to say that I don't gotta do a motherfucking thing. How about that?
if you call
I
a
can
stud,
be androgynous. I can come off as this today. I'm not saying grow a mustache or a beard. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like I can be chill. I can also like other women. Oh yeah. Identity and sexuality are two different things. Just because I identify as a trans woman doesn't mean that I have to like men. So
Period.
we have to understand that, and we have to um redesign
mind
the
your
way that we
business.
think. We have to redesign the way that we are accustomed, because we are so accustomed to our biased thoughts,
Mhm.
and that's all we know. So we have to start educating ourselves about gender identity and sexuality.
Oh, I definitely have a question for my sister. Hold on,
What's
Trey,
up?
before you even
Now go
come
ahead.
forward. Sis, do you
Uh-oh.
feel as though in the Black community we're so systematically oppressed to our sexual orientation that we fail to miseducate ourselves when it comes to gender identity? Do you feel as though, especially the Black female, cisgender female, let's be politically correct, so the cisgender females and the cisgender males have this misogyny that they can only operate as a heterosexual normative, and they don't elevate, excuse me, their mindset when it comes to broadening their horizon?
We are denied our heterosexuality, and we are pushed towards pansexuality. And I'm gonna let that sink in. Some of y'all bitches gonna get it 2 weeks later. But I want to let you guys know that we are
Read,
almost not
not
allowed
read.
to be heterosexual as trans women.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, everybody, oh my gosh, all the men gay and all the men want to like trans women, and I got a pussy and why you don't like me? I'm a real woman. Like, it's like they taking all the men, ain't no more, ain't no men left. They taking all of them. Why they taking all our men? That's our men. That's ours.
Right,
That's
right.
ours.
Yeah. That be the number one
And
thing.
I'm
Rebel
like,
girl.
who belong you don't belong to these type of group of people. Are going to like who they want to like. And guess what? It's okay. If it's not for you, you move on. Everybody don't like the same thing, you
Right.
know? So it's like we are denied our heterosexual. We are not allowed to like men because of cisgender women. When you think about it, the real reason why men lie
Mhm.
about about their sexuality is because of cisgender women. They scared because they don't want to know what their mama got to say about it. They don't want to know about their sister, they girlfriend, they auntie. They are afraid of cisgender women and how they're going to react and how they're going to bash, because other niggas really don't give a fuck about what a nigga sticking his dick in, okay, if he ain't gay. So it's really the women that's like, you supposed to be you supposed to, and all you got is, you know. So I really put it on a lot of cis women. They
I did
carry
too.
this homophobia,
Yeah.
and then it spews out on most of gay men or most black men, and then they carry because they have to perform in front of them just to prove a point that they straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I totally 100% agree with that, because I feel like a lot of people would be who they are if other people wasn't so concerned. Like Ravi said, he don't give a damn what a person got going on as long as it's not affecting him. But it's so many people, like prime example, I know y'all remember a couple years ago, we had the DL detective here in Charlotte, Markeith Rivers. And he was exposing everybody's baby daddies and boyfriends or whatever. And half of Charlotte went crazy. They went so crazy that he was charging people like $25 to join to see the people he was exposing. And people was paying that shit faithfully. To the point where he was able to, you know, turn into a woman, get his titties and all that other bullshit that he doing. But people be so involved. And I just want to know, why is heterosexual people so invested in the gay community, but yet still they don't like us? It's a problem.
You know, they like I call them like you know, like your grannies. They used to sit on the porch when I used to grow up. They used to be in everybody's business. It used to be one in the neighborhood. She know everybody's business. She know everybody's business. That be the females. They want to know everybody's business. Like I don't want to be with no bitch that be nosy. If I want to let you know, I will tell you. If I'm fucking with you and I really fuck with you, like, why would you? I be asking folks this all the time, like, why would you deal with somebody if you already know you're not, from one, like, they talk too much or they drink a lot, or you know, we are always trying to fix folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never trying to fix anybody. I don't want to fix anybody. If that's you, that's you. I'm not going to change you. I don't want to, like, if my girl want to go out every fucking day, I'm going to let her go. If she say, babe, can I go out? I'm going to say yes. And then I know sometimes she going to ask me to say, babe, can I go out? And I'm going to say no. That's just me, just like, you know what I'm saying, giving her what she want. I know she want me to say no today. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say no every time. Hell no, you ain't going nowhere
no,
without me.
but I want you to.
You ain't going nowhere without me. Hell no. It's too many motherfuckers out here trying to snatch you up. Nope.
That right there, and that right there goes back to, we're not trying to get to know that person that we're with. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever want to have a thought about the person that I'm dating. Are you sleeping around, or are you cheating, or are you talking to somebody else, or are you doing something that you have no business? You know what I'm saying? My mind shouldn't even be concentrating on that. My mind should be concentrating on shit. We finna go on a trip. I gotta work. What bills we got? What we trying to do? Where we building at? You know what I'm saying? It's no more building.
We building or bullshitting?
Yeah, it's bullshit.
I feel like it's important to build trust and integrity and have some type of secrecy with your partner, intimacy. I do believe that, but at the same time, I ain't no fool either. As soon as he pull up his pants, pull up his belt, and tuck his shirt in with his polo shirt, put his Timberland boots across the threshold of the door, bitch, I don't know what the fuck he doing. Because at the end of the day, a nigga will stick his dick in a box.
Why would you be with somebody? Or why would you even get that far where he's either living with you or staying with you if you don't trust him?
Once again, I do believe in building relationship. I do believe in communication. I do believe in intimacy. I do believe in trust and loyalty. There are good men in the world, but I do understand men, when they dick it hard, they might stick it in a fucking broom with a wig and some lashes on. Okay,
I think I was just having this conversation. I just was having this conversation, like,
you know, because things happen. Things happen, and guys are loyal. Guys can be loyal to their girl. Guys can be loyal to their wives. But you know, there's some scandalous, nasty bitches out there that proposition men, and guys, they give into it, and it's not that they went out seeking for it. Is that things happen? So when I get with them, so I won't create a crime of passion because I'm a crazy bitch.
I can tell.
Mentally, I can't put that past a man because if I get shocked in the moment like this man done slept and I done did all this for this nigga and he done stuck his dick in another bitch womb, I'm gonna go crazy. So mentally, for me personally, I can't put that past him. So if it does happen, I know how to deal with him and we can
You
move
done made
on.
that. I feel like I've never been in a abusive relationship. Like I've never been an abuser, and I've never been in a abusive relationship. So
I have.
I
and
have.
and there's a lot of people that have, and that just comes from the choices I make about the people that I choose to even deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like if I invite somebody over here and she's sitting right here and she's sitting on the phone and I'm probably in the kitchen cooking. I love to cook. I'm doing my little 1-2. She's sitting right here, she on her phone, and she next thing you know, she on her phone and she like, yeah, I'm gonna beat that bitch at. That's a girl that I don't even want to be involved with. That's a red flag I done already took. I'm not even finna. Why would I want to deal with
But like they
having
say,
to?
you don't know a person until you know a person.
Yeah,
And
that's
some
When
why
you
I'm
really don't
finna.
know a person.
It's not no. I've had a female come over here. I'm gonna tell y'all guys. I hope she's not paying attention or she's not watching this shit. I had a female come over here. Honest to God, truth. Came over here. We were vibing. We were smoking, drinking a little bit. I had some good wine. Um,
come on
she
for the
went in the
wine.
bathroom. She went in the bathroom. She came back out. She was ass naked. She didn't have shit on. Nothing on. Nothing on. Um, if I was the old me, I would have busted her down.
You
But
motherfucking lying. I know you damn. I know you ain't let. You
I
a
would have
dumbass
busted her
nigga.
down.
If you let
Mm.
that woman come out the bathroom with butter booty ass
I
naked
don't
and you
want
ain't do
you. I.
shit,
You know what? You know what? In my mind, I'm thinking.
you're lying. I don't believe you.
I have gotten to the mind state now
Nice
that
try. I like the story though.
no. Listen. I've gotten to the mind state now that if you've done that, like if you come out my bathroom like that, how many other niggas you know? You think I want to lay with something like that?
After you fucked her, you probably think about it.
No.
I don't know whether she's a hoe or not, but she done been around the block. You been around the
Do
block.
you really think that I want to?
I
I
don't know
don't
how many
even.
times, but you been
If
around it.
y'all really know about
I don't know you I don't know you personally,
if y'all really know about the syphilis and the
young
HIV
man.
here in
Young man.
Charlotte,
I don't know you
in
personally,
Charlotte.
but every
Listen,
nigga that I can probably count on my hands and
I'm not
toes.
me, not
If a
me,
bitch came out
not
the
me,
she first of all, she was at
not
your
me.
place and she
She
came out
bad. She
your
was bad.
bathroom.
She was bad. She
She,
was
I know
bad.
she was motherfucking bad because that's why she got an invite in the
Listen,
first place.
listen,
She came out the
listen.
bathroom, butted, booted, buck ass naked. First of all,
I
a
don't
bitch
even
ain't gonna
want it.
get naked unless she
I
knows
don't
she
even.
ain't getting no dick.
Period.
I don't even want it. I don't even want it. It ain't even that type of vibe. I didn't
Well,
even give you
finish.
that vibe.
So what?
This
Finish the lie. What happened after that? You
this
seen the
not even
pussy.
this not even
You seen the titties.
look. Listen.
What else?
Listen.
What happened after
She's
that? Tell me the
standing right
story.
here. She's standing. I'm sitting in my other chair over here.
Pussy
She's
all in your
standing
face.
she's standing right in
You
front of me.
fucked.
Like she definitely walked up on me. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Dripping.
looking at her and I told her, I'm like, yo, like, I don't even have no condom. That's what I told her. Cause bitch, she ain't finna catch me up on no baby. I ain't got no motherfucking condom.
So did you not have a
So
condom, or you really just didn't
I
want to
did
do it?
I did have a condom. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta stay protected, young man. You know what I'm saying? At every point of situation, you got to have them things laying around in the corners, in the cuts, you know what I'm saying? Cause you never know
So
what
what
somebody
happened? You
might
got
be
some
laying around.
head. What you ate a pussy? What you do?
I on my mama,
You ain't even
I
play with a
have
click.
did not touch her.
I mean, hell,
I don't want that type of vibe in my life. Like I'm at peace. Like I don't know what the fuck come with that right there. You done gave that pussy to you trying to get that pussy to me like that,
Either
and you
that's
don't even
cap
really
or
know
your
me.
ass really is a changed man.
No. You
Child.
listen.
Look, hold on,
The
real quick.
statistics are
Reset.
so bad. Listen, y'all. The statistics are so bad here in Charlotte, y'all. Y'all got to get with the program.
The
Listen,
statistics I
everything
hit are
I
bad
have learned,
everywhere, not just here in Charlotte.
I have learned that everything that look good ain't good for you.
You say you live in
You know what I'm
Atlanta?
saying?
No, he live here in
I'm
Charlotte.
here.
Oof.
I'm in Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
Listen, everything that look good is not good for you.
It's
The
not.
baddest bitches out here are the nastiest, perverted, done had syphilis
But what's
1,000 times.
so what's the what is the point that you get to? Like what
Like,
are you hitting?
but like y'all, I ain't finna say y'all. Everybody is so
Mm-hmm.
sex driven. Like, what the fuck is like really going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. I watched what's that show that was on? It was a show. They were all in the house. It was like it was a gay show. What the fuck was this shit, man?
No, she's
Oh
not.
my god! I think he was walking like a fashion. He's like real. He's like a fucking celebrity. I don't fucking know his name. Black guy. He's kind of older.
RuPaul?
Damn.
You talking about
No,
RuPaul?
not fucking RuPaul. Like hell no, not RuPaul.
What's the name of that? That's on Pose.
Yes, okay, that show right there, right? Listen,
I'm
I
burning
was
the bed.
all into that show, guys. On my mama, I was into that show. I was fucking with the
You
Okay.
show.
like it? You like that
The
show?
the first season, I liked the show, right?
Uh-huh.
The first season, I liked the show. On my mama, I liked the
Right.
show. I
Okay.
You
liked the
be
show.
lying.
The second season, I watched the first episode. I did not watch this. I didn't watch it no more because they already put not just gays but black us. They've already put us in a category where every show is us dying of HIV, us dying of HIV, us dying of HIV. Like, who want to fucking see that? I don't want to see us black men dying of fucking HIV. Whether
But
you're gay, black man, you're a transgender black man, or a black woman, whatever. They've already put it on us that we're dying of fucking
But
AIDS.
but here
what
but
but
here's
that
That shit is hurtful.
but here's the thing about that, because I was just, me doing this whole podcast thing. I got to be
I got
nosy
a
and
little
stay
tear in my
in
eye,
the
y'all.
news.
Y'all gotta give me a little minute. Y'all got me a little tearing up. Like,
But oh Lord,
for
but
us
staying
black men, they got us like we're dying. Like,
but
and
but
y'all letting
here's
them
it.
keep
But if
putting
that's
that.
the case, I mean, you could say the same
I
thing
feel
about
like
Tyler
we're
Perry, because everything Tyler Perry is, you're a crackhead or you were this or you were that. I mean, that's just what he do. But the statistics say that the numbers in with HIV and AIDS, as far as the gay community, has really gone down and is really spiking with heterosexuals. The only thing I don't like about the whole, narrative like that is they always try to associate that with gays. That ain't just a gay
bro.
disease. That's a human disease. It don't
But
matter what
they
color you
have
is. Hell, a cat
they
can
have
probably get it. We
listen,
know.
but they always have black.
but you okay,
It's
so let me
always
go ahead and
it's
I'm gonna just go ahead and
always black.
piggyback off of that, Ravi,
Hit it,
because
babe.
That's hurtful.
being that, and it is, but you have to understand the
It is
whole
hurtful.
gist of the show. Okay, you have to understand where the show
Give me back
revolved
my again,
around.
man.
Okay, what was the whole stem of the narrative of the show? During that time, the AIDS epidemic was at an all-time high. During that
Mm-hmm.
time for African Americans, predominantly in the gay community, of course, they used that to show the narrative like, hey, this what was going on in our culture at this predominant time at that moment. It's not
But
necessarily
you know,
saying,
it's like not to even like really cut you off, but it's like um I'm always taking up for the gay community. You know what I'm
As you
saying? But it
should.
seems like it
period.
seems
Thanks for
like
being ally.
it seems like we don't take up for ourselves. Like, I don't give a fuck what the fuck you doing with your life. Be happy. Do what the fuck you want to do. Enjoy that motherfucking life that you have. You only got one motherfucking life. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So If you're not ready for a relationship, don't jump in no relationship. I know everybody and their mama want a fucking relationship. They want to be happy. They want to find somebody that they want to love. They want to fuck. They want to every day. But you know what I'm saying? How are you gonna get your life? How are you gonna try to be in something? I always ask folks this: how are you gonna try to be in something when you don't have a house or somewhere to stay? How you gonna look for a relationship if you're not um successful in your job, or you know what I'm saying, you're doing what the fuck you're supposed to do in your life? You know what I'm saying? If you're not happy in your life, why would you want to bring somebody else in to the shit that you got the fuck going on?
Because some people not looking for companionship, they looking for help. That's why.
Mm,
Some people looking for help. They're not looking for
no,
love. They're looking for help. To
no,
answer your question,
no.
like you said, like you
Mm-mm.
like, well, I try not to surround myself with this energy, that energy. We all try to surround
Yeah.
ourselves with positive energy, but again, you don't know a person until you know a person. Sometimes you got to move in with a person. Sometimes you got to go on a first date with a person. Sometimes you just got to have a phone conversation or a text
It need
message
to
with a
be
person.
1,000 dates. It need to be 1,000 motherfucking dates.
Well, with you, honey, a bitch ain't gonna get past one.
She
I
definitely
forgot the original
not getting booty ball butt naked around here. Bitch, you done
Sure.
gave that poo poo to everybody like that.
No, she probably was
I ain't
just
try,
really interested in
I
what
ain't,
you had going on. And then look at the way you carry yourself too. Let me start there. Because when you look
She
at
knew
your
you was about to
Instagram,
give her that long dick.
not finna give her nothing. She got the fuck up out of here. That bitch probably had motherfucking
but
mic.
but look at the way you carry
You
yourself.
gonna
So
get
you carry yourself, you wear a lot of jewelry, you like real flashy on social media.
I'm not that guy, ladies. If y'all are looking for that guy to think that shit is easy with me, it's not. I need to see you doing. I need to see you progressing. Every year's progression. I need
not
to see
DJ Khaled.
progression every motherfucking year. I'm not playing with you
You
because I'm not
smart.
playing
You
with myself.
beautiful.
I want better for myself, so
You're
I
not gonna
want
play with
better for
yourself.
you. No,
Okay.
no, I want better for myself.
So are you at a
Every
point right now
motherfucking
where you
day.
could date? Are you ready? Are you at a point right now where you could date?
I'm single but not mingling.
But don't you
Because
have
what? You got to work.
I
Because you got to
never
work on
had a
yourself.
girlfriend.
that
No,
girl?
I'm listen. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You saying something.
Because you single and you're not mingling because of what?
I got out of something. I recently got out of something. Like last year, like November. We were together 2 years. So I'm just chilling. I'm really just getting to this bag. I work 6 days a week, y'all. I don't have time for nobody. I'm getting to this motherfucking money. You know what I'm saying? And when I get my life all the way in order, then I can bring somebody into my space. You know what I'm saying? Let me get over the person I was just with. Let me love on myself. Let me
It
get my
sound
house in
good.
order. Let me get my car
He
in
do.
order. Let me get, you know what I'm saying? How am I gonna try to be somebody's something when I can't got nothing to bring to the table?
I think to the naked eye,
If
your conversation is the perfect gentleman. But I
no, I
think
am. I'm gonna
you
be
would
that.
be
I'm gonna be that.
but you would be that person that you're describing. Like later on, you like, nigga, I ain't had no business fucking with a nigga like that because this nigga all over the
No,
goddamn
no, no,
place.
no, no. I
I already
promise
caught him
you,
in a
like,
lie.
no, you ain't caught me in
Three,
no damn lie.
three.
Because
Listen,
you
We
said
caught
you
you in a
had a
lie.
girlfriend.
You just said you was with
listen,
you had a girl. So that was one big lie.
listen,
Then the
listen,
whole homegirl situation.
What was
That's
the
another
second
big
eye?
lie.
Uh,
Girl,
listen,
listen, baby. You can
listen,
put this persona, Rabby.
listen,
We understand you trying to give us this
listen,
B2K, this slick Rick, this whatever pleasure P moment. We understand.
I
listen.
need a
But
I know,
girlfriend,
I know,
girlfriend.
I know, like, listen.
Ravi, they in the comments saying you're lying. They saying
we're
you're
Yeah,
gonna hold
lying.
him to the end. We need the next topic.
They
He that
said you hit
already
it. They said you hit it. They say you hit old girl.
not a broke
'Cause
ass nigga won't be shit.
I definitely did not. I
They
definitely did
definitely
not
said you
fuck
hit
her.
it.
Listen. She got on her phone when I told her I didn't have a condom. She like, I got one. I said, yo, I wasn't even looking to fuck for real, for real. Like that wasn't even on the plan. And so she had like she got on the phone, like she had a phone call. She threw her clothes on real quick, dipped out the door. I ain't
How
heard from her no
embarrassing.
more.
And you ain't never heard from her no more.
Uh-uh.
So you ain't like her, you ain't want her, you don't,
It
you know,
wasn't even that. That
she
wasn't
wasn't.
that wasn't even the type of party I'm giving off. Like
What type of women
I'm
what is your
I'm
type? What is
I'm
your, you know,
so I'm
you like
if
women?
y'all don't believe it, I'm 37.
You 30
This
what?
time I'm 37.
Hmm.
So like I done got to the age now. I'm trying to like, you know what I'm saying? I done did it. Now it's time to motherfucking chill. Let's get to this motherfucking bag. Let's take trips. Let's stun on these hoes. Let's not pay attention to these hoes. Like I don't want no negative friends in my life. If if my friends is always fighting or arguing, that's not the type of friend I need in my life. My life will be better without you in it. If you are the type of person that I got to question about the shit that you did last night, I don't want you in my life. If I have to listen, I don't give a
When
fuck
your
who it
birthday?
is. I'm a Pisces.
Okay, that makes
Oof.
sense. This question.
Oh my God! Why
Listen, oh
y'all?
y'all playing me.
This
Y'all
question.
playing me. Y'all playing me.
Jade, I'm not
Beautiful
doing this
gown.
with you tonight. I'm not doing
Beautiful
this with
gown.
her
Listen, we
tonight.
do not
Beautiful
need.
gown.
Listen,
First off,
listen.
I don't really
I
know too much
promise
about
y'all,
Pisces. I thought they were good
I'm
people.
always, I'm
Let me
always
tell you
speaking.
something about a
If y'all
Pisces.
follow me, if y'all follow me
Oh,
on
they said
Instagram, please follow me.
next.
Listen, if y'all follow me on
Pisces.
Instagram,
Pisces gonna tell you everything you want to hear, baby.
no. Listen,
They're gonna tell you
If you
everything
follow
you
me,
want to
I want you
hear.
to follow me
And
on
then you're gonna be
Instagram.
like,
Listen, this is
oh,
me. This is me.
okay.
Like
This
how
is
we getting
me every
tonight.
Okay.
day. This
Yeah.
is me. This is me every day. I'm chill. I'm minding my business. If you called me and asked me, did I see something? I probably didn't, because I
So what's
probably
your
was getting
flaws?
high, minding my. I
They
don't.
lie.
There is no. Listen. I've learned.
What's your flaws?
I have
Lie.
learned from my mistakes, my past mistakes. Ask me anything. I've cheated before, yes, and I've gotten cheated on, and I've understood where you've given your heart to somebody, and then a motherfucker crushed it. I see how that shit feel. That shit is not a good fucking feeling. That shit is
So
fucked up.
his flaws is
So
that he lied.
me doing my life, I've learned from not just my mistakes. I've learned from other people's mistakes also. You may tell me a story, and I will take what I can get out of that story, and I'll be like, "Oh no, I ain't fucking with that shit, though.
Mm.
Oh no, I'm already not fucking with it." You know what I'm
So
saying?
tell me what y'all think about the new comics and the Supermans and all the stuff and Robin and the sexuality and they becoming gay and lesbian and stuff in the
I
children's,
feel like they are getting too much into. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I don't care nothing about what a person does. I was more
We've
mad
established
at.
that.
Listen. But one thing I'm gonna tell y'all this.
Mhm.
Um, I grew up watching like all the little movies, the 100 Dalmatians, all that bullshit. So when I see Cinderella, right? You know they did the Cinderella movie. They did what is his name? He's a black guy. I can't remember his fucking name.
I don't know. Go ahead.
He did the lead in the Cinderella movie. I'm not mad about him playing that part. If that part fits for you, eat that
You talking
fucking
about
part
baby
up
Porter.
and leave no motherfucking crumbs. But if you're gonna play the part, I want you to be fairy godfather, not mother. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they put too much emphasis on okay, this is okay, you're gonna be the fairy godfather, but you can dress how the fuck you want to dress. Or you can, you know what I'm saying? Like I
I mean,
feel
I
like
don't.
I get your point. I get your point.
this was a kids movie. This wasn't for
so let me stop you right there. What you have to understand, gender is a social construct, and it's all about you acknowledging that this is your identity. However you show up in the world is your business. So a woman doesn't, like, once again, a woman doesn't have to look a certain way, and a man doesn't have to look a certain way. And we have to understand when it comes down to representation in totality, it's very important to display these things on television because guess what? How you knew you were straight? I'm assuming you're straight. How did you know you were straight? Right. So you have to understand, no matter what you put on TV, you're not gonna change nobody's mind, because if putting gay stuff on TV, put straight
I
stuff
don't
on
care.
TV and
I
turn them
don't
back straight.
I don't care. I don't
Oh
care.
no,
I
you
don't
can't do
care
that.
about
So you have to
I don't care
understand
about
that
that part.
it's one thing about being influenced and embodying and impersonating, and it's another thing about identifying as such, right?
Right.
So I feel that if we can see Cinderella and all them other bitches that was princesses go and chase after a nigga and lose her shoe, and about the clock turn 12, bitch. If we have to see a woman chasing a man on Disney Channel and Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, and niggas and girls like it, and then you see Bugs Bunny and all these other, with hearts in their eyes when they see a female girl or a male this, it's no difference when Robin comes out gay or Batman comes out, he has a crush on another guy.
Okay.
It's about representation in
Oh,
its
oh,
whole.
okay,
What
Audrey.
about you being a black man and you only seeing white people on TV? You can't relate to that.
I was mad. I was very mad. I was
Same
very
thing.
mad.
It's the same
Like
thing.
But
I see
look,
if
And
y'all
don't and
never
don't
watched
blame and
any.
don't be like, oh my gosh, the kids! Oh my gosh, the kids! What we gonna do to the kids? The kids got more common sense
No,
than y'all grown niggas.
but
A
Audrey,
kid
no.
will
Listen,
a kid will clock a trans woman before y'all niggas find out.
that's
Okay?
true. That's true.
So,
That's true.
are you a boy or a girl?
Right.
so, the thing, so, so we have to understand that don't you people like to use the kids as a crutch, and we have to understand that it's time now to educate the children about sexual. The birds and the bees and all that. Back in the day was, a man get with a woman. Now today it's
I feel,
okay. Men can like other men, and women can like other women, and
I feel
this
like
is
they found
So
trans
out
you
and
too
this
don't
is
think
early.
so you
pansexual.
don't
That's
think
the
like
conversation
I
that you
feel
have
like
to have
school.
with your kids.
I feel like at a certain age it's too early
Okay,
I,
hold
I
on.
to
Let me
even
go
be
ahead and
I
having
can
start
it
agree
this.
with that. I can
because
agree with that.
because
Hold on.
in actuality, like we weren't having sexual education until like fifth grade, going into sixth grade.
Baby, I was
So
talking
that's
boys and girls by the age of 6
Yeah,
because
but you was still
see,
watching Adult Swim when you was 5 years old.
it wasn't Adult Swim. We didn't really have
yes,
He
it
almost
Adult Swim
was.
back
40.
then. Yeah,
Yes,
He
it
almost
was.
yeah,
40.
we didn't have Adult
Yes, it
Swim back
was.
then.
Yes, it was. Okay, let me see.
Well, they had
So
BET
only
After
thing
Dark.
we had, right, and
Hip
Yeah,
drill.
them
our
folk.
parents, these are the 80 babies. They made. We were still in half of the time where we got little millennial moms and we got little uh, um, 80s babies where mama didn't play that bullshit, and you know what I'm saying, you got that ass beat, and it wasn't no calling no police. You know what I'm saying? So it was a whole different time period. Me growing up,
Yeah,
my
but we have to
movement was
learn that we
different.
have to get out of the past and we have to embrace the future, because you
I
you
want to
have to
embrace.
be able to become more adaptable to what's happening today. The things that are happening today is not what was yesterday, and we have to understand, even with our parents had a different generation than us, so they still
Right.
trying to they still trying to learn what
Understand what we're doing.
you know what I'm saying. So every generation, it's called
Yeah.
adapting. You have to readjust to new change. It happens all the time.
And you know
And
what?
listen, it's not going nowhere.
And you
So
know what? I respect you for saying that, because you saying that, it really opened up my eyes to a lot of things. Because even going back to the original question, how do we feel about the whole Robin situation? For one, I just want to know, how did superheroes turn into a love story? That was my first thing. But I
Yeah,
did feel like, why are they converting something that has been set in stone for I don't know how many years? Because Batman and Robin old as shit. So I'm like, why all of a sudden we want to talk about sexuality with them and all the other stuff? So I did kind of feel some type of way about it, because I do kind of feel like there is a such thing as early exposure. Like, I'm okay with
Oh,
open conversation, but how soon is too soon?
okay. Well, let me go ahead and I literally have to interject, honey, because I saw a
Okay,
comment, and no disrespect to your friend Reed, but
go
I
ahead.
had to tag into this. Okay, so the comment, and I don't know if any of y'all caught this, but I caught all of it.
I can
So the
put it back
comment
up.
was, I'm not against gays, but I don't like how they are exposing our children. Okay, let's go ahead and start with exposing. Okay, being in the LGBT community, there is no representations for us. There are
No.
no characters. There are no comics. There are no, real people
Yeah.
representing our community. Okay,
Right.
let's start there. Our
Right.
kids are already exposed to a lot of shit by the age of 2. Okay, they probably walked in them with their parents having sex. They probably seen their parents, if they're living in a bad situation, exposed to crack. They are exposed to drugs. They either been molested or raped. So they're already exposed to a lot of things at an early age. And let's not to really go into deeper details and to go into gender identity. I was exposed to being a girl by myself at the age of 4. Okay, I didn't know that I wanted to be a girl until the age of 8 watching Cinderella. So when people say that they already exposed, children already know what they are before the parents know who they are.
That's
So
true.
if we wanted to say expose, honey, we expose our children to a lot after birth. So we can't really necessarily target
We teach our children to suppress how they already are
exactly.
feeling.
Exactly. So
My
I
que-
had to suppress. Go ahead.
my question is, what's the difference now that y'all say all that? And I
Mm-hmm.
kind of, I'm a Gemini, so I teeter-totter sometimes. But
Uh-huh.
my question is, now that you say that, what's the difference for all the parents? It's like, oh, all this gay shit out here, out here, out here. But what's the difference between you letting your kid listen to Cardi B, Megan, WAP, and reading goddamn
Oh, your pussy bitch.
Batman and Robin?
Listen,
What's the
at the
difference?
end of the day, kids are gonna be kids. It's
When
gonna
What's
be
the
I
difference?
was
kids
growing up,
regardless.
we couldn't do none of that.
We
Y'all
understand
Me
that.
niggas
either.
That's
get back
because we
to
were
whooping their little asses.
But
and
but
that's
li-
because we were systematically oppressed, though. That's
but
because
like
our
Jeanne
parents wouldn't
said,
allow us.
right? But like Jeanne said, our parents before us, because prime example, like I'm not the only gay person in my family, but I was the first person to come out and be like, yo, this is what it is,
Openly.
or whatnot.
Period.
Right. But
Right.
anybody before me, as far as I know, I don't have any gay people in my family before me coming out. I
You
don't know that.
probably did, but but they was secret.
But now and you got to think about it like this. Look at the times that we live in, the music, the TV, all that. We didn't have RuPaul's Drag Race growing up. Hell, we all
It's
probably
not
in
a
our, yeah, I
secret no
know.
more.
I know I'm in
We're
my
not living
30s.
in
I don't know
secrecy
about,
no more.
Only person we had was Dennis Rodman.
yeah, but he was pansexual if you ask me. But
we
we
not
didn't
living in
have
secrecy no more.
we didn't have the Nicki
He
Minaj's and
teeter-totted
the
the
Cardi
whole.
B's and the Saucy Santanas. We didn't have all of that because at one point in time, shit like that did not exist. That's why you have these old school hip hop heads that, as far as we know, they straight. But we know everybody in hip hop and music and film and TV is not straight. We know that. But now it's okay. Back then it was not. Like now they're giving the gay man's the rose. The only you will see a gay man every so often. Hell, like Wayman from Low Down Dirty Shame. Like it
And
was
now
little
you almost have to have that in the storyline to sell it.
to sell it.
So it's a trend. Being trans is a trend. Being gay is a trend. And guess what? The reality of the thing is we always been a part of pop culture. Now we're just getting into the limelight of
The
it.
light,
We always
yeah.
was doing the hair. We always was doing the makeup, the fashions. We always had the lingo. People always want to embody, trans women, gay men, so it's like now we're in position, and that's where they're gagging at Little Nas. And, that's why the babies and TIs are upset because his numbers are outdoing them. And now when gay people and trans women are getting in position, they have to answer up to them. So that's really why they're mad. It's because the roles are starting to be reversed.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
And they're
Speaking of
gagging
little
at our existence because we're the baddest. But it's okay.
speaking of Little Boosie, so of course y'all know him and Lil Nas back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But somebody sent me a video of Boosie's daughter, and she clearly, to me, allegedly, is a whole live lesbian out here.
Don't cut the man dick off, man. What about the kids, man? Don't cut the man dick off, man. Come on, man. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Boosie, crusted, diabetes, 3 white lip ass. He has a respect of a person. Like, I think on a Breakfast Club, he even like they was even acknowledging, what if your daughter was, gay? Well, she ain't gonna be gay, but I'ma still love her, and that's why. The thing is, we treat our daughter, and let's not act like there's even not misogyny when it comes down to when a woman wants to be gay and a man wants to be gay or transition into being a woman. There's a passability and there's a acceptability within that, you know. Unfortunately, not saying that women don't have hardship in their sexuality, but they are not they don't face the same hardship as Black gay men and Black trans women. So they're more susceptible in being into society and flourishing and being who they want to be. But, you know, when it comes down to their sons, you see what I'm saying? The roles are changed. That man sit there and let his son got head and more head by that grown ass 132 having long foot ass bitch. But he wouldn't dare do that to his daughter. You see what I'm saying? Just so he can make sure his son won't be gay. So we have to understand the damage that we do. He literally let that woman sexually molest and rape his son and publicly said it and nothing shit didn't happen. So we have to understand, we got to protect our sons. We have to protect our young men in that way as well, not just protecting them from being gay, because people going to be who they are. It's important when parents, us as parents, we have to start creating the space for our children to be able to come to us and comfort and be vulnerable without us putting our own rhetoric on them. Because guess what? You're going to miss out when your son, just like baby girl said she was 4 years old, I was 4 too. And I knew that I didn't want to be this. I wanted to be that. Right. I knew you have the identity. Kids know what their identity is. When did you know you were straight? Did anybody tell you had to be? Did anybody tell you what age you was when you liked the girls or liked the women? No, you just knew that. So when it comes down to trans women, you know, we have an identity and we know it early on. Now, some people suppress it because of religion and the Black, you know, families and you know, they end up having children and then they don't end up being who they want to be until their Caitlyn Jenner age. But you know what I'm saying? It comes to the point where we have to start listening to our kids and creating space, because you'll be like, oh, how come you ain't never tell me? And I didn't know. It's because I watched you bash gay people. I watched you say, look at that fag, look at that pussy ass nigga, and ooh, he gay, and ooh, and, you know. So how could I be able to confide in you as a parent? You know what I'm saying? If I can sit here, if I sat all my life and watch straight shit all my life on television, how come I didn't end up straight? So let's not talk about oh, the TV and all this stuff is influencing kids and the rappers and this and that, because guess what? We don't mind our sons toting guns and wearing their pants below their ass. We don't mind them, you know, filling bitches up with kids and, you know, slinging dope and doing all the shit in the streets, but don't be gay. Don't wear no motherfucking wig.
You can do whatever you want to do, but don't be gay.
That's like the, and then guess what? Now I'm religious. Oh, and you going to hell, bitch.
Oh, definitely going to hell.
I had to straighten out the pastor. I just left Miami because I had to straighten out this pastor that I grew up in the church with, because I dealt with so many traumatic experiences in the church, and him bringing me up to the front and telling me God is going to deliver me from homosexuality, and you are a man and you are this, and God have birthed you to be a son, and had the whole men come to the congregation and put lard and Crisco and vegetable oil on me, bitch, and drowning me and monkey stomping me on the pulpit, bitch, taking me out and taking my hair out. They was wiping my makeup off, putting off my lashes, popping my nails off. They tried to put me in a suit, bitch. They was telling me that, oh, this is how God is supposed to, bitch. I've been gagging all my life. So this time I was able to go down there and straighten his motherfucking ass, and I recorded it. So, and I was saying, listen, I don't know what what you got with gay people and why that got to be the topic of your sermon every time. I know it gives you like clicks and views, and I know that it gets you money in your offering buckets, bitch. But I'm here to tell you that when you're talking about me, put some motherfucking respect on my name. We ain't gotta like each other. We ain't gotta
So
talk to each other. But make sure if you want to be acknowledged when we talk about pronouns, if you want to be acknowledged as apostle and pastor and mister and all this, and you don't want nobody calling you by your first name, acknowledge trans women as women. Acknowledge them by their name. Acknowledge them by she and her and their proper pronouns. So we have to understand respect goes both ways. And respect is not, oh, you stay over there and I stay over here and we using street knowledge. No, it's about the principle at the matter. If you want me to acknowledge you a certain way, acknowledge me a certain way. And if we can't do that, we ain't got shit to talk about. So I
We ain't
let
got
him
nothing
know
to
that.
so
And to
y'all know y'all
piggyback
my
off,
sisters,
I'm
right?
sorry, y'all. I went on a rant.
yes,
I
but
love
to
it.
piggyback off of that, there was a lot of comments in the sections talking about how, gay representation is plastered everywhere. Sex has been plastered everywhere since the 1800s.
It is.
Let's start there. Okay,
It
titties and
is.
vagina has been plastered since
It
the
is.
1800s. So sex, straight heterosexual normative, has been in our faces our whole
I'm.
lives, and we
It
still
is.
turned out to be who we are. Let's start there. It
Mhm.
doesn't matter what's out there now. At first I was that girl. I was like, why, do they have to blast, put gay everywhere? Just let it naturally be. But now looking back on it, we didn't have our kind on TV. We had to find out who we are by ourselves. We had to make our own manual and survive on our own. We didn't have someone that looked just like us. We didn't have a girl that looked just like us on TV. So, yeah, that's kind of offensive to say it's plastered everywhere because, honey, y'all titties and asses and boojanas and fishy smells, no offense to the natural born
It's been on
females,
TV for many
but
years.
being out there, go ahead.
And and
I've
I
been
think
watching titties
I
and
think
pussy online for years.
and I think for me, sometimes even to this day, and I'm real enough to admit it, like some things still bother me, some things don't. Cause I'm like, are they representing us or are they making a mockery of us? So
They
that's
are
where
making
That's
a
what
mockery
I
of us.
teeter
that's what
totter.
made me
They
mad,
are making
man.
a mockery of
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's what I don't like.
But even if the mockery is there, unfortunately, I know I'm play devil's advocate again. Even if, because guess what, there's loopholes in every business. Some people are actually mean to help people. Some people doing it for clout. Some people doing it to monetize. Some people are going. Everybody have their different motives, but at the end of the day, does it still serve the purpose? Are we still getting the? Because it's like it's either you get showcased it or you don't, you know what I'm saying? So even black women are not always showcased in the perfect light, you know. They people talk about, like, loving hip hop, and you have shows like that. There are women always throwing drinks across it, and oh, that's not representation of black people. But guess what? People are tuning in, people are getting, that people are entertained. And guess what? Those, for those type of people that watch that, no, that's not for everybody. And maybe that may not be everybody cup of tea, but we have to understand there are ratchet women, there are ghetto women, there are classy women, there are sophisticated women, there are pretty women, there are tall women, there are short women, there are women of different type of representation. So even when it comes down to gay, the gay world or the LGBT community, unfortunately there's a lot of the trends of the gay people being the gag of the show, and being like, the sidekicks and stuff. But I feel like, even though that is happening, we're coming to a space where they're coming to lead roles. They're taking over the narrative. They're becoming directors. They're becoming producers, and they're taking, the roles back, and we're able to be in position to make decisions. So I feel like we're getting somewhere.
And to answer Miss Stacey Lay's question, if you actually read back on Gabrielle Union's child, excuse me, hasn't had the surgery. She does identify as transgender and identified as non-binary, but she physically didn't go to the through with have the surgery yet. Now, if you want to talk about a visibly transgendered girl, I believe the TLC show is I Am Jazz, if I'm not mistaken. Do not quote me. But T.S. Madison was actually on that show, and she felt worried Why did you allow your daughter to go through a surgery if she has not experienced the hormonal process of being a boy? And me personally, I can't speak for every trans woman. I can attest to that to some degree. I actually wanted to transition at 16. Granted, I didn't go through with it because I didn't know what the outcome would have been. I know I wanted children. I wasn't financially stable to preserve my livelihood, my seed, my generation to come. I didn't have the funds for that. So people don't really understand what is the necessary things that go behind being a woman of trans experience and what that withholds. So if they actually watch that good old documentary, now I gotta go back and watch it. It's a lot that comes onto it. So you just have to watch it. But in the whole sense, honey, we are not, even as Black people, are represented in any way, shape, or form in the entertainment business. And we're never going to be unless we have our own station that is going to, like, honestly represent us in the way that we need to be. So
What's
Let
that
me
track?
piggyback on that real quick. I wish my mom was able to be acceptive at a younger age when she knew that I was different. I wish I had the guidance. Our parents wasn't equipped with the knowledge. Our parents didn't know what to do. All they knew was that you better be a boy if you're a boy, you better be a girl if you're a girl. And I wish I had the type of parents that was able to be acceptive as jazz parents, because one thing about identity and one thing about me, I knew without a shadow of a doubt that I wanted to be a girl. Hands down, I felt uncomfortable. I had gender and body dysphoria. I didn't like my genitalia. I didn't like my body. I didn't want to do boy things. I didn't want to be forced into a certain construct of a group of people that I did not feel comfortable by. So with that being said, when you have children that are identifying as trans or showing up as trans, we have to understand that we have to create the space for them to be comfortable. And it's not about don't cut the man dick off, man. It's not about that. It's about guiding your children into the right direction, letting them show you, hey, this is how I feel, mommy. This is how I feel, daddy. And it's about allowing them to flourish into how they are already. It's not about, well, let me go cut their dick off, or let me go make them get surgery, or let's go take hormones and pills so you won't feel like this. No, it's about allowing them to express their identity. And then when they get to a certain age, you can be like, okay, well, maybe we can do some hormone therapy, maybe. But I don't think children should be making decisions on surgical decisions on their body until they're of age into doing that. But I feel that it's okay for you to encourage or allow your children to be themselves, and you just guide them in the direction that they're already going. It's okay.
So I'm gonna chime in on that part.
Go ahead, Red.
So thank you. I'm gonna give y'all a little sauce.
Oh Lord.
So I ain't finna have no kids. I'm about
60.
Okay. 50.
Nigga, you ain't no good now.
Listen to my reason. Listening to my reason. By that time, I should be already set. I ain't gonna have to deal with that baby too long, and they ain't gonna have to deal with me too long. You know what I'm saying? I done had 50 years of living, and they gonna have the rest of my 50.
But why? Okay, so why set a limit on yourself?
That sounds selfish as hell.
Because let me go ahead and break from down to you. You said that you wanted to
enjoy my life. I wanted to. Why should I have a kid when I am?
Wait a minute. What the hell is you
financially, physically, you know what I'm saying, mentally ready to have a kid? I feel like people have kids to just be having kids.
Let me tell you something about a nigga. A nigga will wait till he's 137 and be like, let's settle down.
Yeah, no, they don't give a damn.
I'm already ready to settle. But
you 40 years old, so if you ain't trying to get your shit together now, then you ain't never gonna get that shit together. You almost
not 40, shawty.
You said 37, so you closer to motherfucking 40 than you is to
They
30.
coming forward at
You is
P.
not Benjamin Button. You is not aging
Listen,
backwards, my G. You listen. Don't you
listen.
listen.
Oh, so when you get 60 years old, you're gonna find you a young girl so she could do all the work and have
Yeah,
have
that's
all
what it
your
sound
babies.
like to
I'm
me.
looking for that. I'm looking for that now. I need that. We
Oh
gonna
my
go
God.
I
ahead.
thought you
Next
wasn't looking
question.
for women. I thought you
No, I'm
wasn't
not.
mingling.
Listen. We not mingling. We is not mingling.
It's a lie for me.
We just
It's
out
a
here
lie
and
for me.
about.
No, ma'am.
We just out here and about. Okay.
It's
We
the
just out.
lies and the
You could have
misogyny
had a
for
baby
me.
the other
We
night, but you turned the bitch
we
away, and you ain't had no
we
business
free
pregnant.
Lies,
flying.
lies, lies, and more
We are
lies.
free flying. We are free
That
flying.
should have thrown that Kanye pussy on it. That yum sauce. And you said,
I don't
no.
want none. I don't want none. Listen.
What's the next question,
To
Chad? Because
be
Randy gonna have
to
us in
be
circles certain times.
to be frank and to be always candid. Like I have a toy. Like on my mama. Like I'm not even like bringing a female into my mix right now is just like not my vibe right now. Like I'm just really enjoying life. Like I'm really like enjoying myself. I'm really
Oh,
like learning
But that's
me.
your
Like you
okay,
know
so
what I'm saying?
if you feel like that's the case, you enjoying yourself, you a whole vibe right now, and you don't want nobody to fuck up
No.
your vibe, then guess
Please
what?
Damn,
don't
Ignore
please
like
do
it.
nothing.
inboxes, stay out of
If
inboxes, don't be on
I
social media hearting people pictures, don't do
listen,
nothing.
I'm not
Be
listen.
a
Listen,
ghost.
Listen.
Change your name to
No,
Casper.
I'm going listen. I don't have Facebook. So this podcast made me get a Facebook. So I had
You
deleted
ain't
my
no. We
so I
live on
didn't
YouTube and Facebook.
yeah, so I didn't have a Facebook. So I ended up making a Facebook to
Hmm.
join this thing right here. So like
Not your backup page.
I don't even get on Facebook because I don't like to see people's writing. Like I hate people seeing people like write and type and shit. Cause I don't
You
want to
sound
sit
like
there.
every other nigga. I ain't got social media. I ain't got
Don't
Facebook. I ain't got
No,
Instagram.
no,
man.
I
no,
ain't
no,
got this. I ain't got that.
Listen.
Ravi,
I
you
got
so
Instagram.
full.
I got Instagram because I want to see y'all smiling faces. I want to see y'all taking trips. I want to see y'all putting that shit on. I want to see
but you can do
y'all
that on Facebook.
motherfucking out to eat, making moves, motherfucking. Listen,
Facebook is
I
like the
am
same
not.
thing though.
I'm not. No, the fuck it's not. Because you get on there and you get in there in the morning and you the first post you see is I ain't having a good motherfucking day. My back hurt. Then next day you be like, damn, my back hurting fucking too.
We're just gonna go ahead and put you in
You
early
ain't
retirement, baby.
so you can't even got I don't want to read that shit. I don't want to read how bad your motherfucking life going. That's gonna make me think about the bad shit going on in my motherfucking life. I don't want to
But
think
how
about
but
that type
how
shit.
does somebody else's life affect yours if they ain't got
It
nothing to do with you?
doesn't,
Like
but
how do you let that
if you're sitting there constantly just reading, then you're gonna have an opinion about
I need a drink.
what the fuck somebody else got going on in their
Yeah,
fucking
but if
life.
you don't like it, if it don't
I'm
apply
not
to you, keep strolling. Keep
That's
strolling.
why I'm not even
Keep
gonna
strolling.
listen.
You
That's
see
why my
that?
life is
That's
that's
that
why
money
my
Keep
life
move.
is at
strolling.
peace because you know
Keep
what?
strolling.
Your mind is not gonna let you just keep scrolling because you're gonna read it and you're gonna be like, oh, you're gonna read a little
No,
bit of it.
that's
Oh,
that's some personal
you're
stuff
gonna
that
read a
you have to
little.
work on within yourself.
No,
You have to work on that, your
no.
mental and your mind, your
My
psychology. You
mental,
have to work
my
on that and stop letting what another nigga or another bitch got on their mind about you. You got to worry
that's
about
not gonna
yourself.
that's not that's what I'm doing. That's why I only want to see your smiling face. I don't want to sit there and read about the shit that you got going on because I really don't give two fucks. I just want to see
But
you
then I read it.
smiling.
Ooh,
And then
I'm not gonna. I don't want to. That's why I'm just gonna block it
child.
out. I don't even want to have it.
Honey,
What the fuck
behave
I'm gonna get on there for?
yourself.
I don't want to sit there and read y'all
So
shit.
on another note, I want
Let
to
me
talk
see y'all
about this
smiling
real
face.
quick.
Go ahead,
I
let's
want to
go.
talk about this. I want to talk about this real quick. A lot of people have been surfacing the internet and they've been talking about this. They've been talking about Beyonce and Mariah Carey, and they've talked about versus battle. And what if they do this and what if they do that? What are y'all views on Beyonce and Mariah?
I will
go
start
ahead,
first
Trey. Go
because
ahead, babe.
I love music. Like I'm
Go
the
ahead,
king of
babe.
music, seriously. For one, it's not a good match. For two, neither one of them need to do a versus because they proven themselves so much. Not saying the people who have done it have not proven themselves, but it wouldn't be a need for them. But I would say if they did do one, I would have to give it to Mariah only because Beyonce really looks up to Mariah and Mariah respects Beyonce. But Beyonce really do look up to Mariah, but Mariah is really that girl. Like her numbers, her everything. Like, don't get me wrong, Mimi, she done got a little older. She ain't always sounding the same, but she's still Mimi. It don't matter. That bitch done put her foot in the goddamn sand and it ain't going nowhere. But I don't think that's a good matchup because for one, I don't feel like they need to do it. They too big. They too accomplished. Who gives a
Not
damn?
too big.
They are as artists because you got to think about it. Look at going back to today's times. Like we'll never see music like that ever again. We will never see talents like that ever again. Every time we turn on the radio, everything has a computer behind it. I don't even listen to new music. I live in a time machine. I'm like early 2000s and back. Anything current, I can't do it. I can't listen to Summer Walker. She too depressed. I'm not that person no more. Like I all that depressed. Oh my God, 4 baby daddies. Like, girl, I don't care. So I just kind of think we'll never see that talent again. So if anything, it would just be like this is for my fans because they definitely not competing.
So you don't like Blue Vandross?
Who?
Blue Vandross.
Lou Vandross?
Blue
Vandross? If he don't sound like Luke, the hell no, I don't like his ass.
He fired.
Okay, well,
what are you talking about?
He talking about artists, but we talking about the Beyonce and Mariah Carey. You stay off that goddamn MMG juice.
That's what it is. That drink got him over here. You talking about he gonna be live and child, he done motherfucking drunk as hell. But that's okay. So let me go ahead and answer.
Drunker than a Cooter Brown, child.
Yes, Cooter Brown. So Miss Audrey, go ahead.
Yes. Baby, I actually commented on the shade room with this, okay? Because I scrolled through the comments. I like to troll a little bit, and so I really had to set some facts for people. I've been a Beehive girl since 7, okay? And to put 2 different women with 2 different caliber in music, you can't suffice. Mimi, if we have to do a versus battle, they're not in the same caliber to be in the same arena, okay? Mm-hmm. Mimi is in the caliber of Michael Jackson, Prince, Whitney Houston, that level, okay? If we're really talking about hits for hits, like if they're doing hits for hits, that's where she's at. And I'm not saying that B don't have the hits to go with Mimi because she do.
Like B is right behind her, yeah.
No, actually Mimi is way ahead.
I say B is behind me. As far as being up there in those categories.
Not being me.
You know, I can't. But yes, I said so Beyonce is in a caliber all her own. Like, really? Who right now at this time can match with Beyonce?
Nobody.
So that's not even that would be a concert. That's a concert. Like that's what that is. It's a concert.
Mariah Carey, girl.
All the Mariah fans is going to be there, and all Beehive is going to be there. It's just a concert. Like,
well, let me say this. Let me say this. We all know that both of them are powerhouses when it comes down to being beautiful women in entertainment industry.
Correct.
I feel personally, we have seen Mariah. We've seen her come from her ballads and we've seen her come to pop. We've seen her get sexy. We've seen her be, beautiful, the video vixen, and Beyonce have done the same. Yes, Mariah has years, a decade in front of, Beyonce, but we have to understand if not Beyonce didn't catch up, almost surpassed Mimi, Beyonce was able to have Destiny's Child, Jay-Z, the Carters, and she had to catch up to what Mimi already had by herself. Now, when we're talking about numbers, Beyonce has 28 Grammys. Mimi has 5. Beyonce has 19.
But we all know the Grammys don't always get it right.
No shade, but Mimi has 28 top 10 number one 28 top 10 hits.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like Mimi got all the hits and she has an extensive catalog, but Beyonce got all the Grammys.
Oh,
So I think that's why they kind of pit them against each other because of the numbers, not just the music.
Hold on, before I lose this thought. Okay, you proved the point. That's factual, but also think about it from this standpoint. When Mariah Carey was out, Mariah Carey had competition. Beyonce don't have no competition, so it's easy to snag these days. It's easy.
So the only person we pit against Mariah when she was in her prime was Whitney Houston. Whitney was the only one. They was like, that they were the two singers of that time. And I feel that, the only thing that Mariah had over Whitney was her massive catalog. Whitney did not have the same catalog as Mariah. But at the same time, who I think would be a good candidate for Mariah is Janet. I think Janet is a good candidate for a battle when it comes down to hit for hit. No, vocally, they're not the same. Absolutely not. But I think they both have good numbers. They both came in around the same time. They both has almost the same amount of catalog. I think that would be a good, versus. But you have some people that just stand alone. Like Beyonce, she stands alone.
Janet
She stands alone. These type of people, they can't really be in a versus battle. So yeah, I don't think that would be a good idea. But if they did, it would be interesting. Now, if they did do a hit, now let's talk about it. If Mariah and Beyonce had to do a battle, they have to do it different. They would have to do who wrote the most songs, who sold the most albums, who got the most hits, who did the most this. They gotta do category. That's what they gotta do.
Okay.
Mariah right now. Not
Beyonce doesn't write, and everybody don't want to accept the fact that Beyonce does not write. Like that's why excuse me. Mama don't write at all, honey. Mama, she's just like every artist. She do have her writing counts, but Mama does not write. That's why her and Neo, they have this beef because she wanted to take all the credit for Irreplaceable. He was like, no, ma'am, I'm not taking my name off this shit. You ain't write shit. This my shit. So that's that. And then hold on, time out. And then you have this whole her and Carrie Hilson shit. Like Carrie Hilson did that diss track about Beyonce, but she was like, bitch, like, I've been writing your songs. I've been putting you on. So like it's been proven
because Mariah doesn't write all her songs. If we want to go tip
but Mariah is more of a writer than Beyonce.
Mariah is a writer.
Mariah will push that pen.
Listen.
Mariah is a writer.
Let me tell y'all something. It was just on the news. I was just watching the news before we got on here at the 4:00 news. Mariah has I think it's 1.2 billion streams right now for her song already.
Her Christmas.
We already know. Like when it come down to Christmas, Christmas belongs to Mariah Carey.
Now. And
we already know that.
It's one
she's the queen of Christmas. We
already every year. But guess what?
Gonna be the biggest.
But guess what? We have to understand Beyonce and Mariah. Mariah was Beyonce before Beyonce was Beyonce. So, but at the same time, if Mariah drops something today and Beyonce drops something today, it's going to give two different effects.
It is.
Right.
It is.
Right.
It is.
Mariah don't have the impact today. And
the only reason it would really blow up because if they both announce like right now, like we're gonna drop a song tomorrow Friday, then that's really what's gonna blow up both of them for one. But I think I mean, Mariah still got them diehards, but Beyonce is Beyonce right now, and right now she the best thing smoking. So she might out. I know for a fact she probably gonna outdo Mariah.
But she ain't singing no more. I
And
want to
that,
hear all
and
of
I'm
the.
hold on, and I'm glad you
I
said that,
want
and
to
I'm
hear
glad you
all of the
said that because you know what?
motherfucking.
One thing about Beyonce,
I
like
don't hear
I'm
no
not
singing no
saying
more from the
I'm not gonna
females
say
no
I'm
more.
not a
Who not singing no more?
I don't hear
Beyonce.
no singing. You know,
She
That's a
she
don't.
lie.
rapping.
She
She rapping
don't.
more.
She
Both
She
of
don't.
ain't
their
no
ass ain't
rap.
singing no more. What you mean?
Hold
She
on,
not
because
No,
singing.
I went
I
to her
really don't
Beyonce.
concert.
hear.
She
No,
turned
I
up.
really
Beyonce
don't
going
hear.
in
I
the
really
studio
don't
every
hear.
time spitting
I
16s,
don't
and
really
I don't
hear
like it.
ballads. I don't
But
really
but
hear
you have to
ballads.
but you got to
I really
understand
be.
this really quick. You got to understand this. What I love about Beyonce is she have been so adaptable throughout her whole career. We
Right,
seen the
everything the
glam
same.
girl. We seen the get me bodies. We seen that
I
she have
want that
mastered
old girl back. I want that back.
Beyonce has mastered every genre, literally every genre. But we have to understand today in this society, we're not looking for Beyonce to be singing. We're looking for her to fit into the new generation, and that's why she
But for
continues to be.
what? You're
That's why
already
she continue.
established.
But that's why
For
we.
what?
That's why she could. But that's why she is so relevant today. That's why she continues to be relevant because she conforms to every genre and every
But
generation,
we,
every time.
to my defense, but Janae, we didn't meet Beyonce fucking rapping. We didn't meet her doing
Yeah,
that shit.
but that's us.
Rapper
She's not
now.
catering to us no more. She catering to
She
the
just
kids
won
now.
best rap album.
We don't want to
You
keep
see what I'm
her
saying?
relevant. I
It,
mean,
the
don't get me
kid
wrong.
the
They
kid
do
the
too.
kids are doing that. The kid This is a rap generation we in. This is the hip hop generation. So
You are
is
right.
Beyonce can't be singing the same shit that she was doing and Dangerously in Love.
It is, but
Okay?
You
it'll
right.
still
You are
sell.
right.
I,
You are
it, it
right.
probably
But
will
just
make
give me
some
one.
money, but it's not gonna do what
Give me one.
today's Beyonce
Stop
is
giving
doing.
me that
You see what I'm
Audrey,
lion-king
saying?
what you,
So
shit.
Audrey, what you think?
And
Audrey, what
stop
you
giving me
think?
that motherfucking African shit. Beyonce, if you watching this motherfucking podcast,
Yes,
stop
and
giving me
I
that
didn't
African.
like, and I didn't like that whole African thing. I didn't like the
Stop giving me that African shit.
I'm gonna tell you why.
And
For
don't give
one,
me
I
no
was already
motherfucking
mad.
more
Hold
of that
on. Talking
Lion
about
King
Rav.
shit.
So I was already mad that they was remaking Lion King because that's a classic. Like that is one of my favorite Disney movies. So that movie did not even need to be touched. Okay. So I was already mad about that. And then Beyonce did the whole soundtrack. Now I'm not gonna lie, it was a couple songs. It was probably like 2 songs I like. But I'm not with all that Beyonce. I do like her baby hair and afros and all that. I can appreciate her in that moment. But all this, I'm Beyonce, I'm black. You done made all this money off the white man. Don't try to fight for your people now, honey. Continue doing what we fell in love with. That's where
I
I'm
mean,
at with it.
we do want to see the Freakum Dress Beyonce again. Me personally, I do
Yeah,
miss that girl, but
listen.
at the same time, we have to understand her growth as an artist. We
Because
have to understand.
I feel like that girl that Beyonce I grew up with, that's how I'm able to meet people like you, and I'm able to meet people like Audrey. Because that's what y'all grew up off of. She made y'all feel good. She made y'all feel great. I still want her to do that for my people. And I don't
And
like
she
all that
does.
ratchet ass Beyonce shit. I don't like all
I
that
do.
ratchet.
I do. Listen, because I can conform this both. Okay, I can give you class and I can get you ratchet, baby. I'll give a damn. Beyonce, and that's, but you're saying that she's taking away, that's taken away from her artistry, that she's able to cater to different genres and
Right?
slay being Beyonce. Not everybody's going to like her rapping, and that's okay. But you got to understand, sex and rap sells. Okay,
And it's and at
right?
the end of the day, it's about versatility. You know, she was able to
Yeah.
show all parts of her. Let me tell you something. Beyonce has mastered all of it. Mimi only did half.
Wait a
Now gag
minute.
on
Wait a
that.
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What the hell you mean Beyonce
Oh,
mastered
you
all
you
and
did
Mimi only
you
had
did
half?
you did
Because she mastered
be
gospel,
be
Let me turn my goddamn
blues.
camera back on because
She
she
mastered
wanna fight.
gospel,
She wanna fight.
blues,
She wanna fight.
R&B, pop. She mastered
So
that.
Country.
She
y'all trying
did
to say
even
Mimi
rock,
only had
country.
half?
metal, country.
She did it all.
See, if
The
I
bitches
told you,
the bitches dancing and hanging from ceilings, chandeliers
Hold on.
coming in like
Mimi
wrecking
done did that
balls.
too now. Mimi
Mimi
done did some
only
country.
Mimi
She
only
done did some.
coming out in heels.
But Beyonce is not even making music videos no more. She's making movies and films, bitch.
Well, you know,
Okay,
And
this
she
is
so
a
was
we
not a
have
different
good,
we
time
and
now.
she's not a good
We got
actress.
a
Let me
different
start there.
time
She's
now.
not a good actress now.
and Mimi ain't either. So we have to
No,
understand.
yeah,
We
I
got
agree.
we got to understand when it comes out. Maybe she haven't been the best at everything, but she done it all.
But you know what? I'm gonna say this: if they did the same energy, if she had the same type of thought process that Beyonce had back then, she would have been bigger than what she is now. You
Who
know
are
what
you
I'm
talking about,
saying?
Mimi?
If she, yeah, if she would have put out movies instead of, you know what I'm saying, when she did an album, y'all would
Mariah
really be
doesn't
listening.
have the talent like Beyonce has,
Well, for
babe.
one, y'all
But you
gotta
know what?
understand,
But you
Mariah
know
was
what? A
married to
motherfucker.
Tommy Mottola, who was very abusive and aggressive and all the other shit. But that's a whole different show.
That's a
So
different
Who
I
show.
said
can't
Jay Z
really.
But I
wasn't?
just feel like I feel like if she would have had the
If,
same backing or the same
look,
opportunities, you know
Miss
what I'm saying?
Egyptian goddess, if you want to be real, I kind of feel like Beyonce didn't blow up until she got with Jay-Z.
And vice versa, but Jay Z too. You know what I'm saying? They needed each other. Jay Z gave
Maybe
Beyonce
Heather.
the street credit, and Beyonce gave Jay Z the commercial success.
I agree.
They
At,
needed
at,
each other.
at a certain point,
Beyonce ain't
I
got
will
nothing to
say,
do
at a
with none
certain
of the
point,
fuck
I
shit they
will
talk
say
about.
that Beyonce had changed Jay-Z. But you gotta see, when
They
it comes to
changed each
music,
other.
I'm deep into
Beyonce ain't
music,
got
and
nothing to
that's a
do.
whole
If
different
these
topic.
comments
That's a whole
come
different
back
topic.
and we
But I
friends,
will.
But
ain't got
but
nothing to do with none of
but once again, we seen Beyonce in Destiny's Child. We seen
And
what
guess
she
what?
did with the Carters. We
I
seen
was
all of that.
I
But
was a fan.
she had to do all of that to catch up to what Mariah did all by herself.
But
them.
okay, and you're right, and you got a point. You got a point. You got a point. You have a point, and I'm not going
Not
to
one
negate
point.
that. You have several. You have a several. I love her. But what I will say, okay, prime example. Speaking back to Destiny's Child, when Beyonce was doing Destiny's Child, people wasn't checking for Beyonce; they was checking for Kelly.
That's a
you are
motherfucker lie.
you are a
That's
lie.
everlasting.
No,
Because
You personally was looking for Kelly. You
right,
personally
exactly.
was looking for Kelly.
Beyonce was that girl.
No,
Let's make
we
that shit
wasn't
Now,
looking
clear.
for
now,
her.
now, I would say Kelly had her first single before Beyonce, and
Mm.
Kelly branched out into her solo career before Beyonce out of the group.
Man,
So
y'all,
I can see what you mean, but
no.
you're not gonna tell me that they were looking over Beyonce for the other
we
girls because
was.
it wasn't even Destiny's Child. It was Beyonce and the girls.
No, excuse
Listen,
me.
Okay.
Let me.
listen,
No.
listen.
Let me. I'm not talking about.
I was
I'm
not
not talking
checking.
about Michelle
I
Kelly
wasn't checking.
and Beyonce. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Destiny's Child coming out. When they came out, Beyonce, yes, she could sing, but she was the girl that riffed a lot. But Kelly Rowland was that. Who was that short girl? Who was that chocolate girl with the short cut? Boop boop boop. Like Kelly was that girl. And then when she came
I
out with the
wasn't
whole
just.
Nelly shit, people was really like, yeah, we rooting for Kelly, woo woo. But you got to understand, Matthew knows Beyonce's daddy. He was behind Desi Child. And then, of course, he was behind Beyonce's career. So, of course, Beyonce always had that, you know what I'm saying? She always going to level up before the other girls.
But Kelly was not outdoing Beyonce
No,
on her good day.
she wasn't.
No.
But you know what? But this is my thing.
Beyonce, Kelly, Michelle,
Matthew,
Latavia, Latoya.
yeah.
Okay, that's the
Beyonce,
The
rank.
luggage. The
I felt
luggage.
like I felt like
Farrah, she all the way at the bottom.
you stupid. But I personally, because even I remember like growing up watching like the Bills video and all that. Like Latoya was my girl.
I'm gonna
I
tell
didn't look at
You
y'all,
Beyonce.
you
Beyonce
like the
wasn't just the
underdog, don't you?
same.
You like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
man.
do. He do because it don't.
That's what it's giving.
I'm gonna
You root
say,
for the underdog, and
I'm gonna say that.
I fuck with that. You know,
I can put,
I like that. I
y'all
like
can
when
put
people
some
root
respect.
for the underdog, and I love that. But we have to know that Beyonce was that bitch. She always gonna be that bitch. The bitch is
If
talented.
Kelly
The bitch
had,
singing,
if
rapping,
Kelly had
dancing. She's
listened
doing it
on by
all.
her,
She's that
if
bitch
Kelly had
in
listened
Destiny's
on by
Child.
her,
Is still that
then she
bitch
would have
now.
probably
She's
been
been
dating.
relevant her whole career, even when she took a break. Okay.
So since we talking about like girl groups real quick, so it's like when you think of TLC, who do you like out of TLC? Who was your favorite member?
No. I'm a big
Chili
fan.
was the girl. Chili was that girl in
Mm.
TLC. But
I like the crazy.
all of them what had their own dynamics. But when you looked at the TLC, Chili was the Beyonce of the group, but
Right.
people loved Black Eye. Not Black Eye, Left Eye.
Oh,
People,
Don't do her.
people, people love Left Eye. People thought that she was amazing. She rapped. She was a part of the group. They liked her style. She was very beautiful. And then T-Bars. She had her edgy sound. Her voice was so unique. Like that's the only bitch that you knew that smoked a Camel Menthol's Cool 100 bitch and was able to carry a motherfucking tune. Oh, baby, baby. I'm gone chasing waterfall.
Don't be beating us, Trey.
And bitch, we wasn't gagging her for her vocals. We wasn't gagging her because she couldn't sing like
she sounded
Beyonce.
like
We
a
was
nigga.
jamming
We
to
thought
her.
that was
Red
Trent.
light,
We thought that was
special all
Trent.
through the night. Baby, it's yours.
We thought that was
Like we
Trent.
love that. You see what I'm saying?
We
So
thought that
it's
was Joe.
about like
We thought that was Joe
the
singing
group
that
the
song.
groups wasn't like that like how it is today. Like everybody fighting to be number one. Everybody
That
fighting to
is
be in the
funny.
middle. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be the Beyonce of the group. Like when you had In Vogue, all those girls was just all of they was equal. You know what I'm saying? They all sung. It ain't like
But you
that no
know
more. I don't
what?
even think we
I
got girl
really,
groups no more.
I really, you know what? I really appreciate the Migos though. Oh God, like if y'all don't really like pay attention to them, like for real, like if you pay attention to that group, you got three rappers. All of them have made they've made their own single careers. They've all went their own separate ways. Then they came back as their group. They just letting folks know like we can still like it's money out here for everybody. We don't have to break up just to be solo. You know what I'm saying? Like we can still all get this bag and
But
still go
but
solo and
where
still
but
come
where
back.
was Destiny's Child going to go?
Huh?
let's
You
let's
said
let's just start there. Where could Destiny's Child go that they already
they
done?
could have did their own thing. Everybody could have did their own thing and came back and
That's what
still
they
did
did.
their own.
They
So
separated.
so let me
No,
say
no, that shit is
this. So
trash.
since we talk about Beyonce,
That shit
who's the
trash.
next girl? Is it
Who's the
Chloe?
next
Is it
girl?
Normani? Is it Doja Cat? Who is
I
Normani.
think it's gonna be Doja Cat. And
I
here's
don't really
why
Normani.
I
care for
say that.
Doja Cat because I don't really know her.
Why?
I don't listen to the
Normani finna
music.
eat
I
y'all
love
asses
Doja.
the fuck up.
Can
I
sing
like
and rap at
Normani.
the
She's a
motherfucking
Gemini.
same time.
She definitely gives me Aaliyah
And she
vibes.
only has one octave, but that's okay. I love
Well,
music
let,
like that.
well, let me break it down to you. Normani, I feel like Normani dropped the ball. I feel like we was rooting for her. We all was rooting for you, and how dare you? And I felt like, she was like cut, like she was like about to be that girl when she did that spin and fell on the floor and took her ass in the air. I was like, oh, bitch, that's the next Beyonce. But it was like she took like, it's like now she's like pulling back, and now Chloe came to the forefront, and now Chloe is dominating
You know
everything,
what?
right?
You know
But at the
what? But
same time, we got a girl like Doja Cat that is bringing in the numbers, that got the look, that got the talent, and that can almost do anything. So it's like, I don't know.
I
I'm
don't know
rooting
anything
on
about
it's
Doja Cat.
between Doja Cat
I'm gonna tell y'all
and
what's
and
gonna
and
be.
Chloe for me.
I'm gonna
What
tell
is the
y'all what's.
Ratatouille?
I'm gonna tell y'all what the problem gonna be with Doja Cat. It's gonna
Oh,
be her skin complexion. They gonna get into her skin complexion, and then they gonna start just going straight to Chloe.
okay.
They both light
What
That's what
about
skinned.
what
happened.
about her skin and complexion? Because she's lighter than Chloe.
Right. They're gonna.
Right.
That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna go to Chloe because Doja looks white, so she's gonna be more of a. She's gonna really become more of a pop and more of a.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
got
but
on the
isn't
skin
isn't
tone.
More.
but isn't light skin not winning? So what the thing was, this is the game that
No, we're
Doja Cat.
right now.
This is the game Doja Cat had played in front of all y'all. Doja Cat is a pop girl. Okay, she's a pop artist. She became urban when she joined hands with, when she stepped. That's my shit. That's my way. She got with Gucci. She got with. So Nicki Minaj, she got the stamp by Nicki Minaj, and that's how she got into. And then the City Girls and all that. She got into urban music, and she found her way, and she navigated in within that because she already had the pop notoriety. She just had to get the black people on. So now that she has both of that, she's a force now. You see what I'm saying?
You think
Wait,
she's gonna be like
Versus,
Justin
you
Bieber?
feel? Hold on, wait a minute, because you said she
yeah,
had to get the black people on.
I see
Maybe
it.
we,
yes.
but
I
maybe
see
we
it.
got her on when she came into our genre, getting
Well,
features
yeah,
from us.
that's what I mean. She came into the urban music industry to get some of us to push her. You see what I'm saying? Because she
I don't
already
know
She's
if
had
gonna
the
be
I
like
like
pop.
that.
Christina
She already
Aguilera.
had the pop. She already had the pop
I
numbers.
don't
The
like
girl's a
it, but I
pop
don't like
star.
that. I don't like that. I don't like
I
that.
mean, I mean, we may not personally like it, but guess what? It's a game, and she playing it well.
I'm
I
gonna tell
feel
you. I'm
like
gonna tell
I
you.
feel like I feel like
That ain't no
reason
difference
why
than our black ass going to do pop music.
the reason why
Period.
Normani has pulled back is because it's if y'all don't understand music, it's a lot of music politics
Now I don't
out
understand
there.
music my whole career, Jay.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
And I
you
used
know
to
it's
write
music
music
politics.
myself, and it's still online. But go
You
ahead.
but you
You don't
y'all
understand
understand
music.
where y'all get a little bit of music politics. That you know what I'm saying? A motherfucker will pull your ass the fuck all the way the fuck back just for another bitch to motherfucker win.
I mean,
So
we
this
know
is
that.
Latavia.
Yeah.
Latavia. We get it.
They'll make
We
you.
got it.
They'll make you. They'll fuck your whole life up.
Yeah, but
Or maybe because of Chloe and her push from Parkwood Entertainment. Beyonce, she's on a Beyonce record label, so I feel that they're pushing her now to be that next girl. And I mean, I just want her to cut these fucking dreads off. I want to see her in a lace wig or
yeah,
something.
I'm tired of Dre's too.
That's
Her,
Mm-mm,
yeah.
her
mm-mm,
and her
mm-mm.
sister.
But
Leave her
I
life
do
alone.
think she has the potential though. So I'm really seeing,
Oh, nobody
Chloe
don't
do
care
her
about no
thing.
flat butt K Michelle.
Ooh.
Oh, because K
What
Michelle
about
doing
what?
country.
Yeah. She a
And I
country
don't.
woman.
I mean, I
No,
don't
like
know.
I'm willing to see
I
K
am.
Michelle in her
She
country.
done
I am.
said.
I
She
want to
done
see
said.
that because she
Listen.
already got a country southern
She done
twang
said
to.
enough
Trying
bad
to it,
shit. I
yeah.
don't even want to deal with them.
You
I,
gonna deal
I'm
with
I'm
a lot of
actually
shit, honey.
I want to see it. I want to
I
see
don't
I,
want
how
I,
that
she
negativity in my
takes
life.
over because what happens is black people are not allowed to do country. You know what I'm saying? It's like we
Yeah.
can't do,
She done said enough bad shit.
genres
I don't even
outside
want to
of
listen to her
hip
music.
hop. And I feel like to see like a
rhythm and blues,
successful
right?
country album from a black ghetto girl
Mhm.
would be
Mm-mm,
beautiful.
mm-mm. I
And
I
you
don't
want
know
to
want to
what?
see
hear
her at
music.
the
That's,
Country Music Awards.
but that's
I
almost
haven't
like.
listened
But that's
to.
almost like the Whitney Houston. So I will always love you. That's Dolly Parton's song, and Whitney Houston re-recorded it and took the song to a whole nother level that Dolly didn't even take the song to. So it's possible. So I'm with it. If she want to do it, I say do it. If you can execute it and you can make it happen, do it. The sky's the motherfucking limit.
I'm
Cause
here
guess
I
what?
for
don't
it.
want to hear it.
Because guess what? They come and play in our territory all the goddamn time. So why we can't do it? Why we can't do it? They come over here, they get them southern beats and all that shit. I got country several country songs that I can play right now. And this
Now,
motherfucker's
if 21
goddamn
Savage went country, I'm listening.
why?
Bang, bang.
Girl. Uh, Johnny. Johnny.
Oh God, you better see go,
I
Jesus.
know you ain't put on your good lashes for this foolishness.
Child.
Look, listen,
And by the way, I
listen.
love the new color.
I'm not listening to K Michelle.
Thanks, babe.
I'm not listening to K Michelle. Her music is garbage to me.
I mean, I
First
wouldn't
off,
think K Michelle would be for you anyway.
first
No, listen. So I grew up in a
Johnny,
time
you don't
that
think
you
so?
know what I'm saying.
You can't
My
raise a man.
my my mother
He's
loved
already
music.
grown.
You
What
know
you
what I'm
gonna do?
saying. My mother loved music, so I'm listening to. We were in the living room. My mom loved singing, so we had the karaoke machine. So she's listening to Anita Baker. She's listening to, you know what I'm saying, Luca. Everybody playing. She is nobody. She's leaving the fuck out. So I'm in tune to music. Like I love music. So
I can agree with what you're saying because, like, I was the same way. I grew up with all these old school singers. I love that. Like,
yeah.
when I tell people who my
Like
favorite
if you
singer
can
is,
sing, I want to hear you sing.
like, it's a
Like
lot of.
I want you to make me cry.
And when I say,
I want
yeah,
tears in my
and when
soul.
I say my favorite singer, I'm talking about just in my life and my generation right now. I'm not talking about the old school singers because they already great. Like my favorite singer ever is Fantasia. Like I feel like can't nobody out sing that lady. Can't nobody out sing Fantasia to me.
Jennifer Hudson out singing Fantasia.
They were on the same season of American Idol, and Fantasia took that crown home. So that answers your question.
She was just
And
America's
America
favorite
voted, and America voted on that. So
because
that
they
answers your
liked
question.
it, Fantasia.
So that means she
Listen,
sings better.
listen. So I'm gonna
But
tell you something. I'm gonna tell you
vocally,
Hold
something.
on,
I'm
time
gonna
out.
tell you
Let me
but
hear
something from a
what
good
John
but
ain't
point.
got
but
to say.
but
Let me
vocally,
hold on. Let me
who's
finish
out
Vote
saying
singing each other?
Fantasia. Fantasia.
Fan,
this. Listen,
Fantasia is out
Jennifer.
singing Jennifer
Jennifer.
Hudson.
Yes.
hold
Think
on.
think
Yes.
about it. Think about it.
I don't have to think about it. I don't have to think about it. She does. She does. You can
But
go on
You know
she
what?
YouTube.
screams.
Who?
I'm gonna tell you something. If
Excuse.
Fantasia
Hold on.
watching
Time
this,
out. Time out. Hold on. Time out, Ravi. Time out, Ravi. Because Audrey said what half of America say about Fantasia. She
But
screams.
she do.
Okay, the
Listen.
same way. No, you listen. Because the same way y'all feel about Beyonce hit her hoo-hoo-hoos and Mariah Carey's hoo-hoo-hoos, that's Fantasia's hoo-hoo-hoos. If you are a church girl, then you know where that comes from. Everybody know Fantasia was
Yeah, I
raised in the
get
church.
that.
But one thing about Fantasia is when she sing a song, she put her emotions, her feelings, her life, her driver's license number, her social security
Are
number,
you saying so? You
all that
saying
on
Jennifer
the
Hudson
track.
doesn't do that?
Jennifer don't do that for me.
hmm,
If you really want to be honest, I feel like Jennifer Hudson oversings a lot of songs.
As well
let
as
me tell y'all
Fantasia, but we
something.
still love her.
No,
Let me tell y'all something.
but and I feel like when it
Y'all
came
ain't
down
cutting me
to
off.
the Aretha Franklin movie, yes, Jennifer should have played her because she do have more acting experience than Fantasia, but singing, Fantasia should have had that soundtrack. Y'all can speak.
Listen, I'm
I
gonna tell
agree.
you something.
I think Jasmine Sullivan should have did a Aretha Franklin movie.
And the funny
Don't you
thing,
better stop
and,
fucking with her.
and you
You
know the
better
honest
stop
thing about that,
fucking with her.
Janae, is Jasmine has
Why you?
acting because she went to that school. She got acting and singing. So you're absolutely right. I will give you that. You're
Why you
absolutely right.
fucking with her like that?
I
You
would have.
said Jasmine Sullivan out singing Beyonce?
Who?
Oof.
Hell yeah, I said that.
Okay,
We
yeah, we're
definitely
gonna go
doing
ahead
that.
and
I
end
ain't
this
heard
live.
B singing in a long time. She might not got
End
it
this
no more.
live. We're gonna end this live. We're gonna end this live.
Listen. I don't believe she got it no more. She gonna have to show me she got it. I ain't heard nothing but rapping for the last 5
Beyonce
years.
just
I
had
don't
a
believe she got it
concert
no
4 years
motherfucking more.
ago.
I don't believe she got it no more. She was screaming and rapping the whole album right there.
She's strong. And
Now,
before the album was
I would
out,
say this. I don't. Beyonce's voice is a little different. She had two kids. She had twins and triplets, and giving her pussy to
I want to hear that
Yeah,
Justin
that's
Bieber.
voice.
supposed to make you
But
stronger.
yeah, but her octave have changed. She's not singing dangerously in love vocals like how she is today. So, but if we get '90s Beyonce and
You ain't gonna
today's
give her. You're
Jennifer
not
and
gonna get her no
today's
more. You're not gonna get
Jasmine
her no more. She's
Sullivan,
smoking weed
I
on the boat
feel
with
that
JT.
Jasmine
Drinking
Sullivan will
Jesus
run and
Christ.
riff, and she will give you a nasty riff and run, but she's not belting like Beyonce can.
I believe she gonna
So I
wear
feel like those are
Beyonce
two
out.
type. There are two
I
different
don't
type
know
of
why,
vocalists.
and I don't understand why Jennifer, Jasmine won't belt because I feel like the only time we ever heard her belt was on In Love with Another Man at the end. when she hit that note.
She's not a belter. She's a runner. She's a track star.
Listen, Beyonce ain't got it no more. She's smoking weed on the boat with Jay-Z drinking
I
ocean.
love her.
Child, your artists that you name don't got enough fucking more. So don't be trying to come for Beyonce, all right? Y'all
But
people
not
don't got it no more.
if it came
it's
down, but even like Beyonce, like even Beyonce and Fantasia is not in the same category. They not because they two different artists, clearly. So you couldn't even compare the two. But like you gotta put
You
like
said Mariah versus Whitney vocally.
who said Mariah?
No,
Who said that?
Fantasia and Beyonce.
I said they two different artists. But if it was Mariah Carey and Whitney take that crown home easily. Can't nobody outsing Whitney Houston.
Let me tell you something about these two girls. Mariah has more range than Whitney Houston. Mariah is going to take you all the way
in
up,
this live,
and she's going to take you all the way down. But Whitney, what Whitney has over Mariah, Whitney has more soul. She has more. Her voice is almost tangible, and you're gonna feel that soul in it. So that's what Whitney has over Mariah. Mariah don't have the same soul as
she don't.
Whitney does.
No.
But far as vocal ability and agility, Mariah has more range.
Okay. Oh, and I'm glad you said that. Okay, so the same thing you saying about like Mariah and Whitney. That's the same way I would look at it. Like if like Fantasia and Beyonce did a versus, Fantasia would be the Whitney because they got that soul. Beyonce got the range.
Okay,
that would be that because they church going girls, which Beyonce say she grew up in church too and all that. But when she sing gospel, it don't do nothing for me.
So who was the new voice? Like we had a Patty, we had Aretha. We had Whitney, and who was the new voice? Who was the voice of the community? Who is the vocalist today? Who is our vocalist? Who is our today's Whitney?
Damn, that's hard. That's hard.
You said Jennifer Hudson? Okay.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
We don't have one because it's certain artists out here that really have that range, really have that dopeness, but they don't get recognition because like another artist I really like is Lettucey, and Lettucey goes. She sings, but she don't get that notoriety, so we can't put her.
Kiki Wyatt sings down.
Yeah, but she say the same shit. Like I'm tired of her.
We don't like her. She wear her lipstick all the way around her fucking lip.
I'm tired of Kiki because she keeps singing the same goddamn shit. Same song. I'm tired.
If you watching this, I know you got two.
Hey, yo, damn girl, Fantasia. I'm gonna get on your neck.
She do what? Hold on, Fantasia do what?
And she sing that same old song.
Last.
What new music has she put out since 2010?
Baby,
since 2010, you better motherfucking Google her. As a matter of fact, she just put out an album right before motherfucking COVID. Don't do that. Let's not do that, honey.
And obviously the numbers.
Let's not do that, Miss Audrey.
Did you buy it?
Numbers didn't make it to.
Indeed.
Apple Music, but that's besides the point. Anyway, and the number.
So I'm just trying to stay calm. Just trying to be calm. That's all.
and clearly those numbers didn't reach, but it's okay. It's okay.
But one thing about Fantasia though, I don't expect her to hit Mariah numbers and Beyonce numbers. I don't expect that shit. She's Fantasia. Everybody's not gonna agree.
She did that when she started. She fucked her career when she started fucking with that nigga with that motherfucking baby. If she wouldn't have never fucked with her, she would have been. If you don't want me, then no fuck me.
Close your legs to marry men. Close your legs to marry men. Close your legs to marry men. You heard?
If you don't want me, then don't talk to me.
I guess if you don't want to have sex with Raymond, then don't go to his house.
I cannot.
Yeah.
Boy, Christ.
I think her career would still be booming right now. That that one mistake wouldn't have, you know what I'm saying?
No, because I really think that mistake actually built her career because she went
I
on
don't
this
see it.
whole because she went on this whole like she tried to commit suicide or whatever the case may be. So she
Over the
survived
nigga.
that. So everybody was like, "Let me see what Fantasia got to talk about," and she actually
She
went
ain't
on this
talking about nothing. I
whole
ain't heard nothing about her.
"I apologize" tour, and people was buying into that.
I haven't about it. I ain't heard nothing about it. When it happened?
Well, if you're not a fan, then of course you're not gonna buy it. Just like
I
you
used to
said,
listen to her. I
Blue
used to listen
Vandross.
to her,
I don't know
so
who the fuck that is.
you
That
need to
blue
listen
bench.
to him. He balling out. Young man balling out.
Yeah, well, yeah. But go and give him a
He's
shout
all
out so he
right.
can get his flowers.
Yeah. He need to get them because he's singing.
I
Yeah,
guess, child.
he
But yeah,
putting his foot in them. I want
I
y'all to
think
listen to him tonight.
okay.
So
He
who
gotta
is the
get
new
ready.
Mariah?
I have no idea.
Ariana
Ariana
Oh,
Grande.
did you
Grande.
say? Oh, yeah. You already knew that.
Yep.
That's her big.
Yep.
That's her little
Ariana
big.
Grande. That's
Yeah, she
No,
birthed that baby right there.
no.
That's Mariah's
she
baby that
whistle.
we don't
She
know nothing
Yeah,
does
about.
the whole
yeah.
You
whistle.
have
Mariah.
listen. That
She's
does
not
not make
exactly
you
like
the
Mariah.
new
She's not exact.
Listen,
exactly.
She's
That
not the
does not.
exact. She's not exactly like Mariah. There will never be another Mariah. But
These
the
right?
next thing
girls.
close, the next thing close to Mariah today would be
Yeah,
Ariana.
Sorry.
yeah. She finna get her boobs done.
What, okay,
She's not gonna
so
have.
let me
She's
ask you
gonna
this
have no
question. While we
butt
sit
like
here talking about
Wendy.
fucking music and shit, why the
No
fuck
boobs.
y'all keep giving fucking Young Miami a pass? Why? In music, why
What
do
you
y'all
mean?
keep giving this young lady a
What you
pass?
mean? She
Why?
a city girl. Hell wrong with you?
So
It's
that gives
simple.
her a
That's just
pass?
right there.
You
She a
don't
city
think she
girl.
make
What the fuck
JT
is wrong
look
with you?
bad? She does not rap
Why?
No,
on
she's
beat.
listen. Sooner or later, she's gonna get it together.
That's no.
Money makes folks
What do
look
you
better.
mean? How many
Sooner
albums
or
she got
later,
to
she
put
gonna
out
look
before
better.
she finally find a beat?
Listen,
How
listen,
many?
listen. She
You're
rapping.
not
She got
crazy.
Listen,
about
that's
y'all
just the
listen to
my
her.
in Young
That's how
Miami
she rap.
defense. That's just her. That's how Miami
Miami,
people
if you
talk.
listen
That's
to
how we
Young
talk.
Miami, boo,
That's
Janae.
how we talk.
you a
Miss
hater.
Lady,
No,
Janae.
seriously.
No.
I'm from Miami, right? When you hear girls
Right.
talk, the ghetto
Right.
girls, the ratchet girls, they sound like Young Miami.
Okay. Okay. And you do music like Miami do music. I've heard your music and you're on beat. So what are you talking about? And you're from Miami.
But
So
She be on beat.
people. Okay, so I'm from Miami, right? You got two
mhm.
different type of sounds. You got the Trina sound, and you got the Young Miami sound. I gravitate more
Tri-
of like Trina, Kaya ish, you know. So it's a little different. But how
Sir,
the
sir,
ghetto girls,
sir,
they sound like
sir,
Young Miami.
sir. Come on now, sis. Now I ain't gonna sit here and
I
let you
feel
play
like
in
you're
my face
hating.
like that.
You're hating.
I ain't even finna sit here and let you do that.
What?
Because
You're hating.
girl, we grew up way before Trina, Trick Daddy, all that. We grew up off Uncle Luke, all that Miami. They all been on beat.
No,
Right.
that ain't how you say
Just
it.
ain't on
That's how
beat.
you say it with your country ass.
The bitch ain't on beat. That's what it is. That's what it is. The bitch
Oh,
ain't on beat.
which line gonna she
Okay.
disappear?
You
What I
She
would
be
say,
on.
in her defense, they both bring something to the table. Yes, we know that JT is more of
she
an
bring light
enunciator.
skin to the table.
She is really good with
She
her
bring light
bars. She
skin.
raps good, but at the same time, she needs Young Miami to keep her focus because JT will go out on a tangent. She will like lose focus,
Agree.
and
Agree.
Young Miami brings her back in. So Young Miami may not be the talented girl. She may just be the pretty face that so happened to rap. But I feel like that's the balance because JC by herself, I feel like she won't be as consistent if it wasn't for Miami being on her ass.
I can agree with
And
that. I
Miami
can
about her
agree.
bag.
Next topic.
Miami wants the
Right.
bag.
I can agree with that. But I actually
Miami
think
wants the
JT is
bag.
prettier. Like I love chocolate girls.
What?
So,
JT look like a little baby alien.
Who's the new Nicki
Oh my God.
Minaj?
I don't really talk
Megan.
about Nikki too much because Nikki got a lot of shit that she
What?
got to apologize for. So I don't
No.
really know how
What?
to feel about her. No, because
Meg.
Mm-hmm.
like Nikki, one
She ain't
thing
my
about
favorite.
her, And let me tell you one thing about Nicki, because y'all got to understand, I'm on social media way more than y'all are, because this is my business. But now Nicki is going on social media like, I paved the way for these bitches and they don't give a fuck about me. They ain't even wish me happy birthday, blah, 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 blah. Like, she feel like,
bitch, you don't fuck with them. They
hold
don't
on,
fuck
time
with you.
out.
Little stinking
No, time out. She feel like, I guess the city girls and these new bitches under her should pay her homage. But guess what? That's the same thing that little Kim was saying, bitch. That's the same thing she was saying. Do your thing. But you can't bite from me, talk shit about me, and think that everything is cool. And now that Nicki feel like Nicki Minaj really act like in her head, like she created female rap. She really feel that way. You can listen to her lyrics. Oh, y'all bitches gonna pick my fruit. Y'all gonna do this. Y'all gonna do that. I'm the best. Like, she really feel like she created female rap. So she looking at the city girls and Mulatto and all them other motherfuckers under her, like, kiss my motherfucking ring. I did all this. Without me, there'd be no y'all.
Well, I would say, yeah, it was a gag, because I did recognize that the same way that she did Little Kim is the same treatment that she getting today. But I also do notice that, I mean, we're not gonna act like Nicki Minaj didn't hold the torch for like 10 years by herself. She did take rap from what Little Kim did. She did take rap to another stratosphere, and then she did revamp the game when it came down to rap being mainstream and the numbers and everything. So yeah, she do deserve credit, but I do feel funny because that was the same thing she did do to Little Kim. So I was just like, okay.
But honestly, I feel like, what did Nicki do that Kim did not do? Because if you're a Little Kim fan like I am, because she's the first lady, Kim was on everybody feature just like Nicki was. Kim had her run in the 90s.
We're not gonna act like Little Kim and Nicki Minaj are. Nicki Minaj has took it to the next level. Like, I mean, they probably have done similar things, and of
How?
course, Nicki Minaj has bit off of what Little Kim already done, but she have taken it and made it her own and took it to the next level.
Okay. So let me say this real quick. Okay, so you being the fabulous genre that you are, that's almost like fucking Zaya Wade coming up and saying, "Fuck, fucking John A. Who the fuck is that bitch? That bitch ain't did shit." Like, I'm the first lady. I'm the first trans woman. Without me, y'all motherfuckers wouldn't know who trans is. But
Now I don't.
you
But
have opened those doors for Zaya Wade to be who she is.
you're right. Once again, I believe credit is due where it needs to be done. Like, once again, I feel like she have done some disrespectful things to dishonor the queen bee, right?
Right.
But at the same time, she could pop her shit a little bit, because she took what's her name did, and she took it. She took the torch and she took it all the way up. It's just certain things that Little Kim wasn't able to do in her time. So I feel that what Nicki Minaj and all the things that she contributed was necessary, and she took the game to another level in hip hop as a female artist. So I do feel that, yes, she deserves some, but I wouldn't say if it wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's the part that I agree with you on. I wouldn't say if it wasn't for me, because there were people before you that have done the things that
To open up the door.
you are trying to do today already. But you did take it to another level. So I feel that even when we got girls like Cardi B is already a queen of hip hop, and she been 4 years in the
But but let me say this, because I watch a lot of interviews, and I agree with what you're saying. I watch a lot of interviews, and like even the MCs, the female MCs that came before Lil Kim, they said that like Lil Kim really opened up a lot of doors. So I kind of feel like I don't know what it is that Nicki Minaj did, because Little
She crossed
Kim,
over. Kim didn't cross over. Kim was hip hop. She was hip hop. But Kim, when Nicki Minaj came, she started crossing over. She started singing. She was rapping. She started doing pop. We never seen that before. So her numbers has expanded over Little Kim. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
of course, yeah.
Little Kim had the wigs and she did the little raunchy stuff. She was the iconic girl for that. But Nicki Minaj took that and she exaggerated it with the clown and the personality and all that.
Right.
So I feel that that's what pushed her more to the top, because with the new generation, they wasn't listening to Little Kim for the original shit. They was listening to the new girl for the shit,
Right.
Nicki Minaj. And now today they're looking at Kim, not Kim, but Cardi B and Megan. You know, those are like the new top girls. You know, so I feel that who's gonna make it out of Cardi B and Megan? I don't know. Who's gonna be that next girl?
Cardi.
I don't know.
Cardi. Like Megan's doing her thing, but Cardi B just have that. She just have whatever.
But once again, Cardi has the numbers. Megan has the Grammys. So who's better? So that's another Mariah and Beyonce.
But that's the thing. Like a trophy doesn't mean anything. Like the people gonna roll with the masses. They just gonna roll with the masses.
I wouldn't say it don't mean anything, because your paper becomes more larger.
But Megan won her Grammy with Beyonce the same way like Monica and Brandy, both two talented artists. The only Grammy they have under their belt is with each other. Boy Is Mine. They don't have nothing separate.
But they got it though. They got the Grammy. I mean, it's not about how you got it. It's about, do you have it? So they have three. She got, I think Baby Girl got like 3 Grammys, and Cardi B got, I don't know, but Cardi B has the numbers. She got the hits on top of, and I feel that comes with colorism too, because Cardi B is a light skinned pretty girl, and then Megan got to work 3 times as hard to get to where Cardi B is, you know, far as the numbers. Right. Same thing with Beyonce and Mariah. Mariah was the light-skinned, pretty singing girl. You know, Beyonce is a little darker, and she got to work 10 times as harder than her.
I agree.
And even with Kelly and Michelle, she was the light-skinned girl. So, you know, light skin wins.
It always did.
Have been winning. I feel that Black is starting to become a thing. Black is starting to become the forefront. People are getting into the melanin and worshiping the melanin and the Black goddesses and stuff. So I feel like the generation that we're in today, the roles are being reversed. The women are taking more charge. You know, we're becoming in positions. The LGBT community is becoming on the top. So I like this new world we're coming in. Yes, we still got a long way. We're still fighting for equality all the way, but we have came a long way.
You think so?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like we still working on things, but it's not where it was when it was in the 90s. Like we couldn't do nothing. But now we got so much equality and more freedom now than what we did back in the day. So you got to look at growth and not just today, but growth from where we came from. We came a long way, and I feel like we're going forward in a better direction.
I think for me, I'm just like I'm an all or nothing type dude. Like if we don't have it all the way, we don't have it none of the way. That's me. So that's why
Yeah,
I'm
but you got to
like,
think about think about racism, think about women's rights. You know, they had to do the riots, they had to do the boycotts, they had all that was necessary for them for us to be who we are today. So we have to think about the hardships. Sometimes you got to go down to go up, and sometimes we have to do the fighting and the protesting, and and going to legislators and letting them know, getting bills changed and laws and regulate. We have to do these things for us to get to where we are. Even with women's rights, women didn't always have a say so. They had to fight for that equality to get equal pay, and still they're still fighting, but they're not where they were before back in the day in the 1950s. So in each group, minority group or whatnot, I feel that there is a fight before you get the justice. So we're getting somewhere. But I had a great time talking to you guys. I think we had a beautiful show.
I think we did
Um,
Mhm.
too.
it's been amazing. Um, I thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you anonymously for having us. I definitely appreciate it. Y'all make sure y'all go download Scorpionic. Listen, I just put an album out. Yes, y'all make sure y'all download it. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for Christmas, baby. It's gonna be out on Saturday. It's
I'm sorry,
going
y'all.
down. Your girl is doing her thing. Make sure y'all support Black trans women. Make sure y'all tune into Transparency. I host Transparent Talk Show. I'm doing a lot of things. I'm trying to stay busy. I'm trying to stay relevant. Who buy your albums, bitch? Everybody.
Okay, you better say that, boo. You
You
better
better
say
say that.
that.
Who buying your
And,
ass?
and, and,
Yes.
and let them know about your book, girl. Let them know about your
You
book.
already know, honey. Listen, being the first trans author in Charlotte has really been amazing. I set the standard. It's kind of honorable to say that, to be the first author to tell my story. So definitely download Broken Through a Shattered Glass on Amazon and Kindle. It is on sale now for $10. You will actually get a little insight of what trans women of Black experiences go through. And I'm actually writing a second book to go through that process. So stay tuned.
So if you're the first girl with the book, am I the first girl with the album?
Yep. Yep.
Ooh.
You the
I don't
first.
Nope.
think no I don't think no girl has an album.
Sydney Star
No,
got
not
one.
in Charlotte.
No,
I'm
Sydney
talking
No.
about
Star
something else.
got singles out. She don't have an
I'm just messing. I'm
album.
just messing. I'm just messing with you. I'm just
And that's
messing
my
with
girl. I love my girl.
you.
That's my friend. I love her. But she only got
Listen,
singles out. She don't have an album. Nobody has an album. Now that I
Get
think about
Okay,
that.
it.
get it in.
I know T.S.
Send me the
Madison
thing.
got
I'm promoting.
T.S. Madison has an EP, I think, but she doesn't have an album, I don't think.
I don't even know if
Yeah,
she have
she
that. I
does.
don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
haven't
know
been
she
I
got
following
think
one.
T.S.
Madison in a
I
while. Hold
think
on.
I think Madison has an EP out because I my producer is her. We got the same producer. We also share producers with Kaya. So
Oh, we gonna talk about that on another shot.
I don't even
Y'all,
like
I had
her.
so much motherfucking fun with y'all. Like y'all are so motherfucking lit. And I extend my olive branch to y'all to be on anonymously loud when we go live.
Yes. Miss Unsafely
so
Laced. That
so wait, what you do? What you get? You smoke? You get high? And the Georgia pie? What you do?
Who?
A homeboy up
ravioli.
here,
Ravioli.
the
Uh,
Migos, Quavo. You get high, don't you? You get high, high, and more high.
And I told all three of y'all to goddamn follow each other on social media because y'all are not coworkers.
I
Oh,
followed
I
all of y'all.
follow.
And
I
look,
follow
and Jeanne,
everybody.
I need to be on your show one time too, because I did watch your show and I saw, all that. So, I need to be out there too. Yeah, I
Yes,
mean?
most definitely. I think our next thing we're doing probably around the 19th. We're talking more about like the issues in the community and stuff, and we're supposed to be doing a photo shoot with all the girls. I think we have to. So the assignment is to have, because we're doing a magazine as well. We're trying to embody somebody, maybe in the industry or a celebrity or whoever we can embody that we are inspired by, or what's it? So I am thinking about maybe Angelica Ross. I think I can embody Angelica Ross from
You should be
Pose. I think
Grace
we have
Jones.
a lot of people say Grace Jones.
You should be Grace Jones. I'm sorry. You have the look, the attitude, all of that. You're Grace Jones. Seriously.
Yeah, but I have more reach with Angelica than I do with Grace Jones. I don't
Oh
know.
no, like Grace is that bitch.
You might have to
Like,
smoke a
she's
blunt and just take the character in.
Grace.
Oh my gosh.
I believe you can do
Definitely
it.
Grace. Grace is a bad bitch.
What? That
But
bitch
I feel
nasty.
that Grace Jones is played out. Everybody trying to embody her. I don't know.
Has anybody told her story though?
That's a good one.
Listen, I
What
ain't
is
mean to do that. I ain't mean to do that. I was reading a comment because Miss Celeste said she wanted us to repeat our information again, and I was trying to read the chat and ended the line.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well,
there you
my
go.
my my Instagram is at the real Janae Wright. That's TheRealJanaeWright. Woo!
Wow.
My website is www.janaetheegyptiangoddess.com. You can go in there. You can see all my music. You can see
Link in
all
her
my latest
bio.
content and everything. My Facebook is Janae Wright. And my OnlyFans, no, I'm just playing. That's if you call him daddy, I know he's getting in the panties. Daddy, 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 daddy.
Come on,
Yes.
Braxton.
So
Come on,
my
Braxton.
Ooh,
Instagram,
I got a little hot.
Ooh.
my Instagram is ___ Audrey Nicole. My Facebook is Audrey
A lot of
Nicole.
underscore.
Mind your business, Relative. You can find you can find my book on Amazon and Kindle. Broken Through a Shattered Glass is available now. My website is in my bio on Facebook and on Instagram, so you can definitely check out my website and all the stuff that I'm doing and all the latest updates. So check a girl out.
All right,
Do
Raven,
all
go
of that.
ahead. Don't be fucking
Come on,
long
Hold
winded.
Ratatouille.
You
on.
ain't
All right,
accepting
y'all
no
know I got to be
goddamn
long with
Grammy.
mine. Let me get the lighter because I got to be long with my shit. I got to be long winded with my shit. I can't find the lighter. I guess
Just
I
wrong,
ain't gonna be
just
able to do
wrong.
that.
Everything just wrong.
Ain't it?
Listen,
I can't
Yeah,
wait to
she
y'all
talk
can
to
knows she
find
Johnny
can't
me.
type
about you.
that
Y'all
fast.
can
She can't
find
write
me
that
on
fast.
Instagram at ravioli_rich. That is ravioli_rich. I'm just here to give y'all a little sauce. That's all I'm here to do. I am a brand ambassador. So if you see me in the streets, you know what I'm saying? I always got the bottles. I'm going to make sure I give you a bottle. Check me out.
That's
A
it.
bottle of lies.
Check me out.
Mm.
and all
Ah!
that and
Yeah.
all
And
that
I'm just a
motherfucker.
boss. And I'm a boss and I mind my business and I make good omelets every morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Check
Jean
me
ain't
out.
gonna read through all of that. So you better make sure you got your shit together because you're gonna be on a panel with her. So
I got it.
and she
Let's
gonna get
go.
your ass
Let me
together.
let
I
me
already
let
see it.
let me let me ask you this question. One last question. So, what is your
Oh,
sexuality? Are you attracted to women? What type of women? Do you like trans women or just cisgender women? What is it?
Um, yeah, just straight women.
Just only trans? You said what?
Just no. Why are you trying to play in my face?
I'm asking you. I'm asking you a question. I'm asking a question.
Women, straight women,
I'm asking a question.
straight tits. Yeah.
I'm asking a question.
You didn't hear me?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, I like straight women, just women.
Lord have
Like they
mercy.
What's
came out their
so
mama.
what? So what?
He know
They
So
I'm
came out
what?
their
What
mama
about?
booty and they was a woman.
So what about what do you like about a cisgender woman? What is it like, that you like about her?
I feel like I like just everything about a female, like
You like pussy.
the emotions. No, it ain't even
You
about
don't
that.
like the
It's like,
fucking emotions. You want some
yeah,
pussy, don't
no,
you? You
it
want some
ain't even
pussy.
about that.
So let me
Yeah.
ask you this. So what if a woman came out the bathroom, she happened to be trans, but she had a pussy, then what you gonna do?
Um.
Ooh, child.
Mm-mm,
Go on, put that
What
pussy
you gonna
on for a real nigga.
what you gonna do?
I'm probably gonna throw up.
Throw up. Why you gonna throw up? If she got a
I'm probably
pussy.
gonna throw up. No, cause like
How would you
I don't
know?
know, like y'all
How would they
said,
know?
I would
How would they
want,
know?
They would
I
never
would
know.
want. I, what?
I said I'm not gonna
That's why
do
you got
it.
listen
Hell
at this
You
no.
moment.
probably already
Okay,
had
so
some trans pussy and didn't know it because she didn't tell you. Oof. You don't want to talk about that, do you? Okay. Moving right along.
Jesus.
Thank y'all for coming out. I had a good time. You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the fuck up out of here. Hey,
Woo.
that's our show.
And on that note, I am your boy Levels, and we will be back with another episode of Anonymously Loud, man. Y'all showed y'all motherfucking ass
You
tonight.
say you
That's
like
all I'm
titties
saying.
too? Listen, I'm a real woman. I'm a real woman. I'm a motherfucking real woman.
Look, them titties was
Okay.
sitting up right too. They was sitting up right too.
Okay, I know. All I see was
The
all the
live is still going.
Ah!